Well, it is time now to get into our game jam.
Yeah.
Our last 3 hour segment.
Yeah, our
In
last
the
chunk
time
of the
when
segment.
we are really feeling fine.
Yeah. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to pick a theme for the game jam. We'll kind of let you guys vote on what kind of games you'd like to see. We've got 3 hours to make a game. I better get my laptop ready. Oh, sorry. Welwick has given us a $5 donation saying, can we get an Inomonos box draw before the jam?
Yeah,
So let's
okay.
do that.
Yeah, let's quickly fit that in.
Sorry, that's not Inomonos box. That's the Forsworn drink. Is that the box? Is that,
yeah.
no,
Oh,
I think I think this one's the box. That's just the pack characters. All right, I'll draw from it, I guess.
Yeah, I think I went last.
Yeah.
Oh, the tentacle monster.
It's
yeah, okay, fair.
guess the chapter number. So I'm going to describe a chapter number to you, and you and the audience are going to have to try and guess.
Yeah, okay,
the
audience,
specific
let's do
number.
this.
If you don't get it right, the drink awaits. Now let me just look up the number.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully this is an easy chapter, everyone. I'm going to need your help. I don't want to drink it. It is awful. Pan the camera. Good point.
Yeah. Sorry, let's look back at ourselves. Yeah. So we've already got some guesses. We've got 1.1, so that's correct. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Smedmon. That's not very helpful, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Okay, cool. We're just going to go through the whole story, I guess. Thanks, gang.
Sorry, I don't remember this. Oh, that's right. Okay. This is the one. Should I describe it badly to give you a worse chance?
Well, no, so I think that's the thing. I think we can consult the spirits, which is what we're calling the chat.
The chat, yeah.
To basically say whose fault it is that we didn't get it if we get it wrong.
I like that. Okay. But I want to intentionally give you true but misleading details. So this chapter features Blake. So that's your first
Okay,
clue.
so it's not in arcade.
It's not arcade. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, this is the chapter where Blake is a child, where he's taken the form of one of the children, and he's trying to stop this ritual that is going on. I think there's like 2 chapters that are.
Yeah, I'm thinking 3-4, 3-5. Anybody let me know if those are wrong?
Where?
It's like mid arc 3. Yeah. 3-2? Does he do it that early? I think like 3-2 ends with him just meeting Max. Yeah, mid to late arc 3.
Yeah, so
Late arc 3, because the last chapter is him walking back with Andy.
this isn't the one where he meets Andy.
No.
He calls 911. This is, I think, the chapter before he meets Andy. So he calls 911 and says something fishy's going on at the house as a child. Oh, I think something's going on with my parents, etc., etc. And he's really like slipping and falling from the glamour's kind of sloughing off him at this point.
Yeah.
He makes that deal with the other girl that he never ends up keeping, Forsworn Blake. Yeah, that's this one.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good point. Arc 3 only has 5 chapters. I thought it had 6. But it's 5 plus the interlude. So it's got to be 3-3 or 3-4. I'm seeing a lot of 3-4s. I'm going to put my faith in the audience. We're going to go for 3.4.
That is correct.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks, gang.
You didn't have to drink from the Forsworn drink. Well played. Thank you for the donation that spurred that little piece of fun. That was from my donation list is gone. Hold on.
Yeah. Kirkistan raises a good point, which is Blake had more things going on than getting Forsworn for that promise.
Yeah, true.
Also, maybe he got to fulfill it
that
after.
was from Welwick. Okay, here we go. So thank you, Elliot. Congratulations for winning that. But Didev says, I'm going to catch a bit of sleep, leaving on a last donation to make Elliot drink too, because both those drawings were so good. So even though you successfully defended yourself against Inomonos, you still have to drink from the vomit.
Cheers, D-Dev.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
Didev.
I shouldn't have smelt it before.
I know. If you've smelt it, you've dealt it. That's the worst part. No one wants to dealt it. That's just nonsense.
No.
Enjoyed that? That was
Nope.
good. I'm just closing out all these tabs of like maps of Mari and shit that we haven't used in 12 hours. So I've got some more space here.
Hey, welcome back, Clever Donkey.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, so the game jam. So we're going to pick a theme. If anyone has any good themes, what the game's going to be, let us know. Otherwise, we'll come up with something. Maybe we'll try and pick an arc title and base a game idea around that.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to, like, the thing is, in 3 hours or even a year, frankly, we could not come up with a game that captures everything that we love about Pact.
Yes.
So I feel like what we need to do is hone in on one mechanic of this world that we think we can replicate thematically in a game.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear what the audience thinks. Best girl dating sim.
We could do that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good late night game. So the other thing is we have some special bonus donation incentives during this segment to encourage you to donate more. We have a $5 donation incentive where you can choose somebody to draw from Alistair's punishment deck, which is a deck of tarot card punishments that will inflict pain upon us.
Yes.
Choose one of us and we'll draw one randomly from the deck. You can also donate $20 and you can actually choose the punishment that you want to inflict on us. If you go to bit.ly/allpackedup, you can see in the donation incentive list there are a link to get you to what all the tarot card things are. So that'll be fun. It'll be well worth it if you donate. We've got a bunch of cool things to go on. So let me just take these out now.
So so $5 to get us to draw one randomly. Was
one of us. So you should tell us which one you want to draw.
Yes. And then it was 15?
$20.
20 for choosing one yourself. And there's some real evil ones there. So if you really want it to happen,
in there. So if you hate us, that's the best way to inflict pain.
So we're getting a lot of thoughts from the audience that I quite like. It seems to sort of be two general camps. One focusing on connections.
Okay.
The other focusing on the truth-telling aspect.
Okay. What do we think about a game, though? Which of those would work as a game?
The truth-telling one, I think, is one that would be interesting if I knew more about NLP and we had more time.
Get into full-on language processing stuff.
Exactly. It could be quite hard-coded for now.
Yeah.
The connection one is more interesting. I wonder how we turn it into a game, though. Like, people are talking about these ideas of inspecting and cutting connections. And I like that. I'm just trying to think about how we turn it into a game.
It could be done. We could talk about, if we look at something that's kind of like a Majora's Mask, where we've got a time loop of things that are taking place, and the way we interact is we cut connections between things, and that leads to different people doing different things. Maybe that's an idea. I mean, that's pretty, intense to get into in 3 hours.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I wonder, so if we because we're going to have to simplify it to fit it into 3 hours. If we are simplifying the layers of connections, like if we kind of categorize connections and you've got to view them a specific way, because I always found that one of the most interesting aspects of the site is how you don't see everything straight away because there's too much to see.
Yeah.
And you've got to kind of figure out what to look for.
Filter your vision.
And so I wonder if that's the thing. Like, if it was like a detective game and for the 3 hours we just build one scenario.
Detective game is also pretty rough to get into.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking one small scenario.
Yeah.
Yes, Kirkistan. I think Reuben dropped Majora's Mask to get me on board with whatever he said. Yep. I think that was a sneaky tactic.
It almost worked.
That I saw straight through. PvP is just, well up this. Well beyond us.
Well, it could be a little local multiplayer kind of thing.
Yeah, local multiplayer could work.
Yeah.
Could be abstracted, yeah, I agree. Kirkistan sent us an image. What is this?
Don't open it on the stream. Who knows what Kirkistan's sending us?
No, it's not on the stream.
Huh? Sending us some shady stuff?
It's just dawn of the final day.
A bird on a motorcycle has sent a message that I don't understand that says, rock off for who has to draw the card.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Is that what that means?
I haven't heard it used that way before.
Maybe that's what it means, yeah.
Sorry, I haven't heard it before, but...
Yeah. I haven't heard it used that way or anyway before.
No, yeah, exactly. Bird, let us know if you meant...
Yeah, I think it sounds like rock,
Smem
paper, scissors. What we'll do is we'll do it after we're maybe 10 or 15 minutes into the jam, just so we...
Yeah,
there's something for it to affect. Otherwise, we might get one that it doesn't do.
So I guess, yeah,
apparently
as
Bird
if you've
thinks
never
it's
heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Bird.
It's all the rage in
It's
Wollongong.
nonsense, yeah. It's all the rage in Wollongong where sayings go to die.
Okay, it's rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, cool.
We'll do that. Let's wait. Okay. What do we want to build?
I feel like a local multiplayer, like a game where we're battling against each other locally, will be.
Because there's so much of a sort of zero-sum game to the world of Pact, or the way it's perceived anyway.
Yeah.
That could be fun. maybe we take those ideas of the character creation from Pact Dice and Pact Fates and
Of like competing for characters, for like skills.
yeah, I don't know. Like as a core thing, like not that we rebuild that specifically, but that aspect of a game where you have to misdirect at people would be very fitting.
Like a bluffing game kind of vibe.
Yeah,
So
but,
we're vibing?
yeah. Well, okay. So the game Cheat, right? That involves being called online.
Yeah.
Can we use that as a foundation to build something that's more pacty?
That's based around lying.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's kind of a... Like, it could be a card game like Go Fish, but you also can just lie. And if you get caught out in a lie, you get some penalty. Is that what you're thinking?
No, because that encourages lying as a thing. What we should be doing is not. Something where you have to tell the truth, but you want to do it in a way that's
so
misleading.
conceptual. I reckon we'll have a lot better results in a 3-hour jam if we go for something that's like an action battler. So maybe like one player's a demon, one player's a practitioner, and you're trying to like bind each other or kill each other, you know?
Sure.
I mean, it's going away from some of the cool ideas, but it will be achievable.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's so hard to try and reduce this world down to
exactly
the sort of thing we can make in 3 hours, especially because Pact is such an interpretive linguistic universe, and that doesn't translate very well to simple games.
Yeah, that's true.
Flappy Evan.
Flappy Evan, yeah, I like that. Ooh. Funky TK. Make a game of making the perfect imperfect cut. So maybe you have a character and you have to cut it in half in a way that gets traits.
Yeah, so like Barbatorum Simulator, where so you start with something that has a certain number of properties, rules for how you can cut them up, and then we pit them against each other.
Yeah.
So we need some
And
sort
the
of
closer
engine.
they are to equal wins. So we can have like a pool of maybe 20 words, and these define like stats that they get, and then they fight after you make a cut. So here's how I'm picturing it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna draw it out for us. Maybe do you want to point the camera down so we can?
Yeah, sure.
we can see it. So let's say you see a character, you see something like, you see something like this on screen. Boop 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 boop. Yeah. Hey.
Do shot husband hack and slash.
So you see a character and there's words here, and one's like strong, and one's like smart, and it's like a word cloud. I spelled smart wrong. Sorry. It's like a word cloud, and you have to figure out where do I make the cut to try and make the most equal.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. So we weigh it out.
And so each of these words have stats, and based on those stats, it's
Well, so if we build up, like, say we have a list of 8 stats.
Oh, wow. Brawl97 has donated $100 and says, love the show. Can't wait to see what you lot do next. God fucking speed.
Thank you so much, Brawl.
What a lovely message.
You actually get to pick an episode of something that we do at $100.
If you want to pick a pilot season show, feel free, which is a show for us to try out and do an experimental episode on. Let us know, Brawl.
Oh, Juff has an interesting idea, which is focusing on Alistair's deck implement as a thing. So using incomplete information to make guesses, and the more confident, like a sort of wager game, basically. It's an interesting idea.
I don't know how we would implement that. I think this is an okay idea. Trying to make two sides of something that fight.
Well, so what I like is, so say what we have is you build a calendar. Yeah. So say they have 5 stats, right?
Yeah.
So
we can just go with like the D&D stats. So
Yeah.
It's like strength, wisdom, dexterity, constitution.
and they get a random number, say between 1 and 4 for each, and that affects the size of the word. So the text size gets bigger as their stats increase. And then you've got to cut it. So you pick an axis to do a slice, and then we pit the two things together. That's going to be the tricky part, I think, is
Figuring out the system for the battle.
Yeah.
But I like it if we abstract it out. So it's not... So maybe we have a pool of 100 words, and a word like... let's say a word could be like lumberjack, right? And that gives you good strength and okay constitution, for example. So you have to think about what do these words mean? How can I pick words that lead to the best even pairing that I
That's
could
fun.
make?
That's fun.
Yeah.
especially because it's gonna be quite like we will hard code in how those words correspond to stats.
Yeah, exactly.
People may disagree, so it'll be fun to see. Yeah.
And so then you cut it in half, and the two halves battle, and it's like we can reduce the stats down maybe. So it's like Dex, and that's like gives you a mischance. Strength, which is the strength of your attack.
It's damage. Yeah.
Con, which is your health.
Okay.
And maybe like, or maybe like Dex is your attack speed, and like Wits is your like dodge chance or something. It's like 4 stats.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I like that. So
Now Kipos has the idea of we can actually cut the words in half. So if you cut like lumberjack in half to lumber and jack, then it may change it. And I love the idea, Kip, but we'll see if we have time to do it. That's a stretch goal.
That's a
there,
beautiful
for sure.
scope creep idea. Yeah. That's a V2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speed, damage, con would be like health, and wits would be like dodge, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, Kyrgyzstan says maybe you each get to cut your own guy and then also cut the others, so you can try and.
Well, I mean, yeah, the competitive mode could be
You each-
2v2 battles.
Yeah.
So you each get spawned the same thing.
Yeah.
You cut it on different axes, and you pit you two against each other.
Yeah, like you try and cut the strongest one for yourself and the weakest for your opponent.
Oh no, I was thinking like so it would be Blake and Rose versus Peter and Paige.
Oh,
I know they're
see.
not Barber,
Yeah,
but like so I get Ross and I cut him into Blake and Rose. You get someone and you cut them into Paige and Peter.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay, should we get stuck into it?
Yeah.
So, for those of you who've never done any game development stuff, we're going to be using Unity, which is a fairly standard game development system engine. That's what we call them in the game dev world. We're doing our Pact Game Jam. So we've got some special donation goals. We're very close to hitting our Pact RPG milestone. So if people want to try and help us get to that, that would be perfect. We're about $150 off. Have you got Unity up and running?
Soon.
So Elliot's going to be managing the stream from his laptop, his computer, and you'll see.
I'll share
you'll
my
see his
screen.
Are we going to do like? Are we doing like?
How are we going to share stuff?
Yeah. I can set up a quick repo.
Yeah. Okay.
If you
Yeah.
got,
Do
like,
that.
A source tree or something.
Yeah, I do.
Right, cool.
Are you just developing? No, we're gonna be on 2 machines.
Yep.
Split the load. So I guess to
Split
build
the
a bit of a
work.
2 do out. At a high level, what we need is.
We don't want to do like a Trello. This is game dev, Elliot. Come on, we got to have a Trello.
I mean, it's a 3-hour game jam.
We got to have a Trello. Come on, man.
Okay.
No, I don't care.
So at a high level, what we need is the like spawning person.
Yeah. So I'm just
Slash
trying to
word
remember
base.
my GitHub login. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a 2D puzzle game, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it's closest to.
Not even a top down. It's really closer to a like top down implies that there's movement, which there kind of isn't. Cut processor is something we'll need.
I have a GitHub that has no repositories in it. What are we calling this game? Barbie 2020?
Yeah, sure. Barbator 2020.
No, just Barbie. Barbie 2020.
And then we'll need
did ignore.
fight sim.
Yeah, we're deving a game. We're doing a game jam in a few hours. Alright, I'm gonna send you on Facebook the link to the repo.
Yeah, 2.5 hours
public,
to
so
sort
you
of
should be
build
able
this.
to yank it fairly easily.
Let me
I'll
actually
start to-
share this screen. Oh, hold on. Let me put it back on our beautiful faces.
Hey! Clone this repository URL is that Barbie 2020.
Sorry, I just need to
Am I in the way
switch to computer view.
there? What new version you got on there?
I've got a few 2019.3.1. It's my new one.
Installs 2019.3.06.
That's the one I need. I need that for work anyway. So let me.
Can we see what the latest one is? Wait, sorry. You need what for work?
Like 19.3.06 is what I use at work.
Oh, really?
So if I want to do work from home at any point, I'll need that anyway.
Oh.
How do you get to the...
Download archive, I think. So you're okay
Unity.
with 306? All right, I'll set
Yeah.
up the repo. I'll initialize the repo with the project and stuff. New project. Again, what are we calling it? Barbie 2020.
We could have better prepared for some of this. No, Unity, why do you... Yeah, okay. 0, yeah. Cool. I don't really need any build support. Yeah, that'll do.
Why is this not working?
Four-letter name game ideas. That is a good point.
Oh
This
yeah,
did it.
4-letter. Tear, chop. I like chop.
Well, it's got to start with a P, right?
Plop.
Pair.
Part.
Part. Yeah,
Part?
part. That's it.
I can't create this.
Part.
repo.
Thanks, Aziza did it for reminding us to do that.
I actually can't create a new repo here. Hold on.
Yeah, I think the chat beat us to part.
Part is good.
So this is our game dev Bible.
Yeah, that's our. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Just as I wait for Unity to install, and so you said you'd set up a repo.
Yeah, I'll give it a push in a second. Just hold on. So we're going to do full commented code, full merge requests, all that good stuff. Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah, good, good.
Classic game jam. Yeah, swing me a link.
I messaged it you two on Facebook for the repo.
Okay.
Careful where you open your messenger there,
Yeah.
buddy.
That's what I just realized.
Nice try, nerd. All right. Hold on. Copy this into that folder. Delete that folder. And now let's open Barbie 2020. What?
Yeah, Barbie 2020. That will do. Clone.
It's not actually a Unity project yet, so just give me a second.
That's fine. Just push it in a sec.
How are we going to break this down?
Okay, we owe Kyrgyzstan royalties for the name of part.
Yep, that's fine.
I
Why can't I push this? I can't.
think
push.
someone already donated for the first Alistair punishment. Oh, I think we missed a donation. Too many.
Yeah, we did. No, we were going to wait for a few minutes until we got
Right,
to it,
yeah.
remember? Unless there was another one.
Pair could work. Could have worked too. I agree. So that was one we considered. Barb is the name. I do like that.
Why can I not?
Pair is free use. Jusso raises a good point, which is Jusso isn't claiming pair, whereas Kyrgyzstan is claiming copyright of part. So if we want to be Creative Commons,
Yeah. It's not too shabby of an idea.
should I pull yet?
I can't actually push for some reason. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Oh.
But I've lost my window where it was. I don't understand.
There's a bit of a summary of the games industry in terms of organisation.
Yeah, as someone who works in the industry, I can confirm. I actually can't find it. Where was my get?
I do not have permission to push.
But it's public. It's a public repo.
Yeah,
Why is that?
you still need to add me. Otherwise, you just get bots pushing to your thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I guess.
I'm just ED
I
bold.
don't use public repos very much. I suppose.
No, me either.
How do I add you? I feel I'm so not used to this interface.
Contributors,
Contributor?
surely.
Who's my git?
Okay, so I guess we've got to have this thing of building words to chop with and
Yeah.
kind of laying them out, and then also something else that gets those positions and using an axis.
Do you want to start doing that stuff, and I'll start doing the stuff that we can actually put together a battle system? Maybe, like maybe you want to take the cut and I'll do the battle, or we swap.
Yeah, I'm not vibing personally with doing the word base, like spawning the words.
I can do that.
Yeah, that
So
probably
I'll do the
feels like
cutting,
more of your
spawning
thing.
and cutting, and you do the doing a battle system from them.
Yeah, I'm happy to do the cutting as well. Like
Okay.
those two systems have to talk to each other, so we'll have to. But like, I'll start with the fight sim.
Yeah, well, let's start with trying to figure out how to add someone as a contributor because I actually don't know how to do that right now. It just keeps saying crunching the latest data for you. Hold tight. Ay, ay, ay.
Do you need to like turn your Wi-Fi off and on again or
You
something?
mean your Wi-Fi off and on again, mate?
Well, no, the Wi-Fi on your computer.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, it's working. It just is not working. You know what I mean? Settings. Manage access. Invite a collaborator.
Yes, just ED bold.
Hold on, I'm just gonna make sure I have mine first. Okay, invite a collaborator. ED. Bold. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
So I guess you have to like accept it.
I don't know. Well, I pulled successfully, even though there's nothing there.
Good.
People are joining up and asking what we're doing for Barbie 2020.
What? Oh. I actually can't.
So basically, what we're picturing for people who've just joined is we want to make a small game where you get a person who's spawned with a bunch of like aspects, and you choose an axis to cut them on, and then based on that, those two halves then have to fight. And we haven't quite worked out how the scoring system's going to work from there, but that's the general idea.
I think that's authenticated.
Yes, yes. VR is stuff I play with at work, but that's a bit out of the scope of a 3-hour game jam, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably. All right, I've now pushed.
Okay.
Okay. So you should now be able to pull the project and open in Unity. So
There she is.
I'm going to jump into some scripts. Let me first define. I'm going to define an interface that lets you look up the stats for a word, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, start building a database of words.
Yeah. After we get about 15 minutes in, we'll pull our first tarot. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so word is going to be defined by, it has a string. Word, it has a...
You want to try and leave them both destroyed if possible. Yeah, I think Corona, yeah, the sort of thing we talked about is like the
Yeah, the
close...
goal is for them to be more, like the lower health that they have at the end.
Yeah, so we kind of simulate a battle, and your score is whatever HP is left over in the one that's still alive, and the lower your score, the better. It's golf rules.
Yeah.
Hashirama says, "Oh no, he's using programmable virtual reality, you monster," which is a very deep Media MD / Neil Breen reference that I can get behind.
Is it? What is that?
Remember in that Neil Breen
Oh,
movie?
programmable virtual reality, yes. Oh my god. Fuck, I forgot that. So 4 stats for the words, does that work?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll build it like a word dictionary that's a kind of static thing that we can reference. How about
Oh no, I don't have any pro. I don't get the dark mode.
what is that horrible interface?
Oh no, I
you're
have
looking
the
at?
light mode here.
You're
Sorry,
a
everyone.
monster.
My apologies. I don't have dark mode.
Horrible.
So what am I building? The fight sim. So what are our 4 things? Are we going with Dex?
Dex, strength, con, and wits, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to make a quick enum for them and push that
Yeah, that's
so that we can use the same enum?
um
Just chuck it in its own file if you want.
does it need to be in? I was just gonna set them as 4 public ints for a word, so you can get the stats of a specific word.
I just want to make sure we can access them consistently, like because we're going to be working on this separately. I don't want to spend like half an hour integrating at the end because we've used different words for them.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Like int stats. Alright.
Power, agility, reflex, toughness. Yeah.
Word stats.
Yes. We are building up a bit of Alistair debt, which is exactly where you want to be, of course.
Con, wits.
They're not going to get anything done. Oh, you just wait. Yeah, like I think this is the sort of thing, and I mean this is true of any game jam game where we're gonna think of like 100 things we could add by the end of it. We got to keep our scope under control so we can finish it in the next 2 hours and 20 minutes.
How's this suit you, Elliot? This is the text of the word.
Yeah, perfect.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, if you quickly push
I'll
that,
push that
I'll
over.
grab it down.
Our word script. Alright, I'm gonna start building out the word dictionary. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Which I'm going to basically do by I'll build out the definition for it, and then I'll just get a list of 200 words and assign stats to them.
Yeah.
I mean, is that fine? Like,
Yeah. I mean, 200 seems like too many.
50?
50 even for now. Or like, fuck, 30 for the game jam version.
Well, let's say 50. If anyone has any word ideas and the stats that go with these words, chuck them in chat, and I'll get to them.
So our stats are dexterity, which translates to speed, strength, which translates to the amount of damage your attacks do, con, which translates to how much HP you have, and wits, which translates to your chances of dodging, which adds a bit of randomness to our simulation. Is that a good or a bad thing?
No, it's good, I think.
Okay, we don't want it to be deterministic.
Maybe it should be deterministic. So maybe it's instead of chance of dodging, it's like how many attacks in a row that will hit before you dodge or something. So it's more deterministic.
Yeah, I'll workshop that as I'm making it with the audience.
I like the idea of 4 stats though. I think that.
Yes, no, I want to keep wits. I'm just I think deterministic will be better for us.
Yeah.
Rule of 3. That's an interesting point, clever donkey. Maybe put those in. So the problem with putting those on the stream is at the moment they only exist in this form.
Yeah. Once you've pulled, you can see them in this thing.
Yeah. That's up there, right?
Yeah. What is it? Public text asset, and that's going to be a JSON asset. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I sort of like that. I wanted to keep it deterministic because it's not as fun if you could do the same cut and get completely different scores.
Yeah, no, I think that works. String word. Word dict equals new dictionary string word. That'll work.
Great. Okay. Let me
what's a JSON
create
converter for Unity?
C# script.
Do you want to set a timer for like 10 minutes and then we'll draw the first of the things?
Yeah.
JSON object dot parse. Okay.
Setting a timer for 10 minutes and we'll start taking on those Alistair challenges. Okay, let me create a... So I'm going to create a vestige class.
Yeah, I love it. Dict for each word JSON. For each...
So you've got this word object.
How do I...
Okay, so get an array of words, which is
Gets the J token.
public. Oh, thank you, Baker Jake. Yeah, we're very proud of the things. Since karma tries to balance back to neutral, temporary boon might make sense. Yeah, let's come back to the dodging wit stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get there. So what we have here is an array of words that will make up a vestige.
Actually, I can just serialize
And this takes in a word dot word stat. And then we're just going to do the very proper way of a for each on aspects. It's a word. Call it word. So those are ints, right? The
Yeah,
Stats?
there is.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe like 1 to 10 or 0 to 10.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's an array, not a dict?
Yeah. I could make it a dict. Do you want to be?
Yeah, do you want me
I just
to...
thought you could interface with get stat. And it's like it's a dictionary anyway.
Oh, you've got get stat.
I
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
much.
yeah, no, that's fine.
Thought it was simple.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because I'm gonna serialize this, so an array of ints works really
Yes.
well.
Serialize dicks and the new stuff, actually.
I love serializing some dicks.
Why can't I do get
Wait,
stat?
did they serialize nicely?
In the new stuff, yeah, because they've got
shit.
I think it was 29.3. It comes with polymorphic serialization.
We've lost the stream.
Sorry, yeah,
Polymorphic serialization, I think, is a step too far.
yeah, okay, anyway, it's one of the new features. Yeah.
No, it's.
So this will return an int. So what we're doing here is basically getting the stat for a character. So what we do is for each, we're gonna have an int, and this is total. Yeah, I'll just call it total, and it starts at 0. And so then we say for each word in this vestige, total, and plus equals just means add to it. So word.getStat, and then the statistic that is coming in up here as our input. So now what we can say is get us the total for something. Oh, we got to return it. So now we can say, hey, tell us what this character's strength is, and it will return it all for us. That's really all we need out of one of these, right? Oh, hold on, we got some suggestions from Wildbow.
Are these words? I haven't been paying attention to them.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't been keeping up with this. Wildbow came up with an idea, but we missed it. Simpler indie game, tracing magical diagrams, points for speed and accuracy. Each success gives you a familiar with a special power. Different opponent types have different complicating factors, like a flame elemental shedding fire that you have to avoid while drawing. That's fun. Picture trying to draw a binding diagram for pose while mice and other animals scurry across the screen, clicking on slit-mouthed woman to stab the opponents and slow it down.
God, it's getting really horrifying.
That would be fun, actually.
I like our idea.
I've got to admit, there's a artistic simplicity to ours, which appeals to us as both programmers.
Yeah, ours is basically just stick figures that we cut in half.
Okay. Why is that green? Use file. Ah, piss off, Vision Studio. Okay, so now we can kind of get this vestige, and Reuben can build into this when I push it. So now in the battle sim, basically what we can do is have a public. What's this going to return? The vest. Maybe it'll just return the score. So this is just an int, and this will be called simulate conflict.
My line here is word.dict.add word.word word. It's just nonsense. The word has come up so many times that it's just nonsense.
It's lost all meaning.
Yeah.
And this will take vestige lake. And I'm having a bit of fun with my names here. This is not scalable, but it's fun. Why is that red? Yeah, okay, I'm getting there. So int
It's not console.log. It's not JavaScript.
I guess these so we're going to go back. Let's give our vestiges some HP. So I'll have a public int HP. Yeah, how's HP going to work? So you can take away from HP, but how do we see it? So let's just make a quick thing to
It's
easily
wit,
see that.
isn't it?
This is not good programming that I'm doing here, everyone, but it's a game jam, so please bear with me. HP equals get stat. Which one did we say was HP? Con.
Yeah.
Why have I got an extra pair of brackets there? That's weird.
Word list.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get Blake and we're going to set him to full HP.
I'm going to start adding some of these words, so I'll look at chat and catch up on them now.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks, folks. If you've posted
So we've got Rose. She's going to be at full HP. And now we need to battle them. So this is where I'm really keen to get some input from the people watching.
So someone said dramatic is high chance of dodging, so I'll make a word dramatic that has good, what is it, dexterity?
Yes. So we never quite figured out how the wits.
Is it 1 to 10? What are the vibes here? 1 to 5 maybe?
Up to you. Yeah, 1 to 5, 1 to 4.
Let's do
Yeah.
1 to 5.
Okay. So
dramatic, I've given a 4 to speed, a 1
Yeah.
to strength, a 1 to constitution, and a 2 to wits, because you're a bit dramatic. I think that works.
So while this is basically saying while Blake and Rose both have an HP above 0.
Rubik's. I don't know what that means, but I'll add it anyway. Wits 1, Dex 1.
Do we have a release date for the game yet? And will it be on consoles and PC?
Yeah, all
yeah,
consoles
it's going to
coming
be a
soon.
full physics-based MMO by the time we release it next week.
Yeah. Next
yeah.
week, tomorrow. Come on. That's the rest of this live stream. Slender is plus to Dex, minus to Strength and Con. I like that. And no, nothing to Wits. That's okay. A Thug, minus to Wits, plus to Strength.
So, when does the Kickstarter start? Okay, so how do we want the battle? What's going to be our logic for how this battle system works? Obviously, the way the strength just translates directly to how much damage they do.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wait, what's this int gonna return in the battle sim?
the health of the one who survived.
Okay, but we need to actually animate it out. We need to go like pew 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 pew. Can't just have a function calculated, Elliot.
Yeah, well,
Gotta
we
get
can
some
work. We
art
can
in
work. We
there.
can turn this
We'll
into
start
a.
there,
We can
yeah,
turn this
yeah,
into a
we'll start.
co-routine.
Thick, plus to Con, minus to Wit.
So I guess how do we decide who attacks first? So we've got our dex.
Yeah,
so that's
maybe
our
just whoever has
speed.
the highest one goes first.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that. Deterministic still works. All right, that's time for our first mix-up, I think.
Yep. Can you? You're managing
Yeah, I'll draw
those,
it in
right?
a second. Yeah, I just need to finish this off. Plus to Con, minus to Wit.
So okay.
All right, let's do our first mix-up, shall we?
Yep.
So it was scissors, paper, rock to see who goes for it.
Yes. Okay.
Ready?
Scissors, paper, rock.
Oh fuck! Right,
Hey.
it's me. All right, so the mix-up that I have got is the tower. Oh fuck me.
That was a bad one, wasn't
That's
it?
the worst one. That's one where you have to delete your script, and I've just made this big script. All right, I'm deleting it. I'll delete it.
I'm watching everyone to make sure he actually does it.
Ready? Delete. All right.
God, that hurts me. And
Time
it
to
wasn't
start
even-
that
it wasn't
again.
even
That was
me.
like the past 20 minutes of work gone. Thanks. Who was that? D-Dev, I think. Right, let's start again.
No, that was Bird. Yeah.
Dictionary.
Thanks, Bird.
Thanks, Bird. Woo, woo, woo. I think Bird has gone to sleep. Fair enough.
No.
Bird's
They
still in
just
chat?
typed mwahaha,
Oh,
which is very appropriate.
That's actually the worst one. So if you want to see the list of... Yeah, look at this. It's a completely fresh script now. Oh, fuck me. I was... Oh. All right. Now, well, let's start rewriting this word dictionary.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
How do I want to manage whose turn it is? Okay, so I'm just going to write a comment here so I remember. Blake equals 0. rows equals 1. Never do this at home, ladies and gentlemen.
I love that.
So if Blake dot get stat, and this is his speed was dexterity. So if Blake's dexterity is greater than Rose's, I'm just going to copy this. Okay. So if Blake has the higher dexterity, then I need to actually set this. Int turn equals 0. Okay, getting a bit over here. So by default, it's Blake's turn first, but if Blake's dexterity is lower than Rose's dexterity, then turn equals 1, which means Rose will go first. So put them in a linked list, just iterate. C# kind of makes a lot of that sort of stuff. C# tries to abstract memory management from you to the point where for a game jam like this, we probably don't need to worry about data structures at that lower level.
We don't, do we?
We can just kind of cope with arrays or other higher level stuff, and it's really when you get into the nitty gritty of publishing that you need to worry about that sort of thing. Okay, so let me just work in strength and HP here. So if turn equals 0, so if it is Blake's turn, then Rose's HP loses Blake's dot strength. But if it's Rose's turn, actually, you know what? To prepare this for multiplayer, if it is Rose's turn, then Blake's HP goes down by Rose's strength. So that's going to keep happening until one of them is less than 0 or equal to 0. And now we can just say if Blake's HP.
It's taking me a lot less time to program this exact same
The second
script
time?
the second time. Yeah.
If Blake's HP is less than 0, return Rose's HP. Otherwise, return Blake's HP.
Cowardly. Plus dex minus strength. And I'll do minus con, but maybe a little bit of wits. Anyone else? Aggressive. Plus strength and dex minus
Oh, we hit $2,000 exactly.
Oh, snap.
Oh wow.
Plus strength and dex.
Miniseries get that's right. Oh, thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, so that means we have now hit the bonus miniseries for Pact RPG. So time to unlock our next thing. Wait.
Yeah.
what's
So
my-
to be honest, Kyrgyzstan, like I could have, like a lot of these if else stuff, I'm kind of being over verbose. Like I could cut this out. Like this whole else. In fact, this thing is telling me it's redundant. I could be carefuler, but I'm just keeping it clear and basic, especially since we have a lot of non-programmers watching. I've probably already lost them anyway, but I'm trying to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so what we have here is something that is taking into account HP, damage, and speed, but we're not taking into account wits, which is something Reuben's going to be giving us for free. So how do we work wits into this little battle simulator?
Why does America do month, day, year? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's complete nonsense. Yeah, so Aziza did it. Like, wits is dodge, but
I've just got the new milestone up. So we just hit the Pact RPG which means we'll be doing more Pact RPG stuff. And the next goal is the barbering. That's at $3,500.
Yeah,
so good luck, folks. Do we got donations? Were there any things attached to those? Hold on, let me
Yeah,
check.
I think there's a bunch more Alistair things we need to do.
Really?
Yeah. We had like 3.
Okay, whoever didn't draw from the deck gets to draw.
So that was me.
You ready for this?
Yep.
Take one.
The High Priestess.
All right, hold on. Alistair, tap punishment deck. So the High Priestess, Elliot, means that your punishment is any script typing that you do has to be with your eyes closed for the next 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
Putting the clock on. Should I draw now or should I wait until you're done?
Yeah.
Oh, wait until you're
Yeah, wait till I'm done.
All right. 5 minutes on the clock. You ready? No looking at script for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
done.
Okay.
Started. Eyes closed while you're...
Okay. So sorry, just to backtrack a bit. The issue with wits being dodged that we talked about is I wanted to keep it deterministic so that if you run the same simulation over and over, you always get the same result. So it's kind of fairer that you're getting high scores. Like we didn't want any luck.
Yeah, I like that.
Sorry. Oh wow, this
Remember,
really got away
looking
from
at
me.
scripts for 5 minutes.
No. So I like somebody suggested the idea of chance of an extra turn is good. Welwick's idea of healing is interesting. I wonder if
Fat is plus.
so. Do we reckon wits can be like maybe half of it is taken off? Elliot chops Reuben in half live on stream. Oh, spoilers, Scott. Okay, I'm gonna make it. I like the idea of it relating to like your ability to
thing
heal.
was really painful. I'm so glad people love that. That was one of my favorites.
I honestly didn't expect the reaction that got.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. Oh, God, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this script. Let me.
Exist?
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is great because everyone's watching me just butcher my code.
Yeah, because you've got to type with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
So you can type it and then look afterwards, and then close your eyes and fix the typos.
Okay. So, what logic do I want here? This is so much harder when I can't see my script.
Do you want a hint?
No. So I think I'm in the right section. Maybe I'll go up one more.
Now, you can't see this, but in chat, Nathan Waker said, they finally revealed that Elliot and Scott are Barber twins at $3,500.
That's pretty good.
I love that.
Okay, so wits. Okay, I'm gonna need a counter. So let's go up another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's probably about right. Int I equals 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. God, I hope 9 was roughly right. If I...
This is really entertaining to watch, I have to say.
So here, Reuben, do you want to help me? Like, because the audience,
not
is
really,
helping.
but
No,
yeah.
not with the code, but
okay,
like,
yeah.
how should wits factor in? So I like this idea of it healing every
X turns?
Yeah, is there a way to get the lowest common thing? No, because that doesn't.
Sorry. What are you trying to think of?
Like some way of healing every now and then based on your wits.
Okay, so the max wits can be 5, right? So it's between 1 and 5 every stat. So maybe it's like every 5 minus wits turns you heal for like 5% of your health or something.
Yeah.
Is health a int or a float?
They're all ints.
Yeah, you'll need to make health a float if you want to do this.
Yeah.
I think that'll work.
Okay, if I
want to call me baby, just go ahead now.
I'm just
losing
gonna-
it. It's 3 in the morning, man.
I'm just gonna divide it by.
Yeah, with max wits, every 0 turns you heal, which is a
I'm
bit
just gonna make it
wild.
3 for now.
And I think stats should be the... no, maybe not. I don't know. You need to figure out how multiple words factors into it, because then you kind of like more than a set amount of wits, right?
No. So I've built a data structure that is like built around having an array of words, and I get the stat from that. So it could be a massive range.
Between like 1 and 100
yeah.
or something. Yeah, okay, cool.
So every third turn.
So should some things give you negative scores to things then?
I'm just gonna make it every turn you. Oh yeah.
So maybe words are between like -2 and +2 instead.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll do that.
So every third turn, it's hard because I'm trying to make this easier for the non-programmers watching, but now I can't see my script, so I'm talking nonsense. Every third turn, Blake dot HP. I can't type with my eyes closed. Blake's HP plus equals. I don't think that's right. So Blake's HP gains Blake dot get stat word stat. Hopefully that's auto. Oh no, I would have completed the whole thing. Wits. What's it called in the thing? I'm gonna just type wit.
You can now open your eyes, Elliot. You really weren't doing very good on that. Like,
oh no, this is awful.
Stuff. Yeah. Should I draw mine now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to spend the next minute undoing everything I just did.
Alright, I'm gonna draw my next Alistair mix-up tarot, which is a donation from Nathan Awake, saying for his incorrect opinion about who is best girl (brackets it's Green Eyes), Reuben has to draw from Alistair's deck. I feel like I said, well, whatever.
I actually want modulo 3.
All right, I've drawn the Magician. So, what's the Magician's mix-up?
Oh, that's bad.
The Magician is, for the next 5 minutes, I have to create a single image. It must go in the final project. All right, so I'm opening up GIMP right now. What's an image that we need?
Well, like the person to get chopped in half.
But I have to spend exactly 5 minutes doing this, so
Yeah, that's fair.
it'll be a really high.
Sorry, let me catch up on the chat as well.
All right, it's gonna be a square. It'll be kind of 3x2 aspect ratio. New 400 by 600, I think. Pixies. 400 by 600 pixies should be good.
Yeah. We might need to rename wits at some point. The good thing about the enum like this is we can actually do that very easily.
Or just not do it and not worry about it. I've started my time at BT Dubs. So is it a character? It's like a person, right?
Yeah.
That we're gonna cut in half.
Yep.
Okay. And it should be blonde haired.
Yeah. Well, now I don't want this here. This is down here. So every third turn, they get their wits back in HP. It's a pretty weird algorithm, but we can tweak it and it'll do for now. So now we're actually using all the stats Reuben gave us. What we should do is turn this into something that will be animated. So first off, what we're going to need here is...
I'll get you that sprite soon as well, so you can start working on it. Okay, do you know how to dynamically cut a sprite in half? Because I don't. We could like mask it twice and mask it on each half. Because if we cut it down the middle, it should be cool for it to be like
split,
and then the halves fight, you know.
Yeah, let's cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, sure. When we get time to get there, I suppose.
I'm gonna change what these things are named.
So I'm drawing with
become
my mouse pad this 5-minute image BT Dubs. So that's gonna be fun.
So this will now animate the conflict, and this is actually going to be an enumerator.
Oh, this is so terrible already.
So enumerators basically let us sort of loop through it in frames in the game.
Why is the opacity?
Hey Elliot, turn doesn't change during the loop. Thank you, Stelhex. That is going to be important.
Ooh, caught a bug. Glad you have the programmers.
Yeah. How do I want to do this? Because I kind of have built it with the idea that more than 2 people can get involved in everything but the actual arguments. So, never mind. Should turn be true or false. I don't want to change all of them. How's this for a terrible way of doing it, everyone? That probably makes sense to very little people. This is just gonna Python today.
You used to Python mode.
Yeah, I've been in it all. Yeah, okay, Kyrgyzstan with your one line, better way of doing what I did.
So do we want white?
I'm going to copy that.
These words, what do they look like? Because this is where they're going to go on right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, someone did my character shit. One's giving you programming tips in chat.
Yeah, they're better than what I'm coming up with.
Are we happy with?
Oh yeah,
this?
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I've got another minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah. So add some legs or
I'll give
something.
it some legs, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that'll change the turn. Simple enough for now.
You'll see this image when I commit it, and then it'll go into blue legs.
Wait 4 seconds. 1. So we will come back to this. This is just a placeholder.
This is actually worse than the fucking fan art that we've been doing.
Yeah, and I don't need
Actually
this here
atrocious.
anymore.
I'm so not good at this, and even if I was, I'm using a goddamn mouse pad.
The I variable needs to change too. Yes, it does. Thank you. Wow, I'm not doing that well tonight. Okay, so that should cover that. Yeah, so we'll come back to this, but this will be used to sort of slow things down so we can simulate rounds in the battle. And now we have our actual simulator thing, which will start a coroutine. So this is something that can run in the background, basically. Animate conflict.
All right.
Blake
My
Rose.
magician fan art has been completed. I'm going to call it character.png, and I'll push it into Unity. Give it a push.
Yeah, the ternary operator. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
I love the goddamn.
Plus I don't. Does that even work in C#? I juggle languages so much I get confused about what works.
All right, I'm pushing this sprite so you can show.
Oh,
it
sorry,
also.
Hashirama. Yeah, I've lost it a bit. Kind of what we got here is now this animated thing. It does our algorithm that hopefully people followed. And now it waits for a second between rounds, which will let us add some animations. So you call this to start a conflict between two people. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing a good enough job of explaining this.
Are you ready for another mix-up, or should we get some?
Yeah, I might need a bit of a mix-up. Yeah.
So we had a donation from Big O Miko who said both draw a punishment. I'm going to have us only do them one at a time because otherwise it's just going to be too much, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to pull first so you can see that great piece of magician fan art? Sorry, pull from Git.
Oh, sorry.
Pull the card. Yes, this is the Game Jam No Goodbye. We're doing some mix-ups. People have been donating to make us do Alistair mix-ups. I just want everyone to see my beautiful piece of art that I was forced to create by Nathan Awake. Sorry, yeah, there's an error. I have fixed it.
Okay, so
That's me.
you pushed an error.
So this is what our character's going to look like.
Okay.
I realised I didn't give her hands now as well.
That's fine. Who needs them?
Who needs them? Yeah. So that took me 5 minutes to make that on my mouse pad, guys. So I hope you all appreciate it.
We should have done the rest of our fan art in paint.
Paint, yeah. All right. You ready for your Alistair's tarot draw?
Yes.
There you go. Good luck.
I have the Empress.
I think we already got the Empress, didn't we?
Oh.
The Empress says, fertility, nature, tint all your sprites green. So just go and fuck up my sprite, please.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thanks for putting all this effort in, Reuben.
I think
I'm going to
you
ruin
can,
it.
if you scroll down,
Does it just have a
might be able
material
to-
or something?
maybe you have to actually put it in scene first. So if you drag it out into the scene, yep,
Why is the scene in
and then it color, you can just make green on it.
Oh, nice.
Just add some green. And there goes my beautiful sprite. Thank you. She's
Do we
totally-
like light green or like dark gross green?
I guess I can pull one too now since we've done that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull my Alistair's tarot card as well. The punishment tarot. You can just click 2D up there, Elliot, and it will take it to 2D for you.
Ooh. Sorry,
really not used to
I haven't done
2D.
2D in Unity for years. I'm useless at it.
All right, I have pulled the High Priestess which is type with your eyes closed for 5 minutes. Ooh, I got your favorite one, Elliot. So I'm going to start the timer, and any code I'm going to do is with eyes closed. Oh, that's so annoying because I actually have a bug that I don't know why it's doing it. System.
Okay, grow screen again.
All right, those mix-ups were thanks to Big O Miko. So thank you, Big O Miko. We also got a donation from Glass Clearly, $125 donation. Thank you, Glass. You didn't even give us any message, but
Yeah.
I want to give you a message, which is, hey, thanks.
Yes, and if you feel like you do want
The pilot season.
let us know.
Episode. Yeah. Kipos has given us $2.69. Thanks, Kip. Nice. No nice numbers, so here's a nice number. Yep. Question: which Pact character would you want to be friends with the most, except for Evan?
I mean, Green Eyes feels like cheating as well, to be honest. So does Mags.
Yeah, let's not pick a main. You know what? I'm gonna say Paige. I'm a big Paige fan.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I think she'd be a good person to be friends with. Jason. Oh, sorry, it's Jason Convert.
Sandra. Again, I feel like I'm answering everything with Sandra. Yeah. Who would I want to be friends with? The problem is there's a lot of selfish assholes in Pact.
Yeah, totally.
Paige is a good answer. Okay. So what else do I need for this sort of conflict simulator? We have a basic algorithm that's probably not very good, but it will simulate damage. So, okay.
Did that work? Oh, I didn't even type the right. Look at these fucking letters. This is just completely wrong. Not at all even the right.
Why don't we? So me and the audience might get started on the way to process the cut.
Yeah. Okay. Good idea.
Okay, so so to complement our vestige class, all we're going to need is something to represent a full person before they're cut. So I will call this class full human person. Again, like all the naming that I'm doing here is just awful. So full human person has, again, a list of words that are in them. Let's make that public so everything else can access it. It will be an array of words. Words is its name. Although each word needs a position as well, doesn't it?
JSON utility.
Speciesist. That's fair. It doesn't have to be humans that get cut.
Let's keep it simple.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can come back to that.
Word list could not be found. What do you mean it could not be found?
Okay. So, and then just alongside that, I'm just going to have arrays and hope we can keep them in sync. This will be a list of vector 2s. So vector 2 is kind of like a position. Like this just means an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So if you go back to what I think would have been high school maths in most places, you know, it's you know, your standard graph, x and y, height and you know, distance along the ground. This will be positions. So how do we want to have our cut mechanic work?
So I think you should. Maybe it could be a line that goes through the center and you rotate it.
Yeah, and it has to go through the
It
center.
has to go through the center, yes. Otherwise, you could just cut like all down here. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine. That's a bad way to cut. Because your
'Cause then
score,
everything's
we're using
just-
golf rules where you want a low score.
And
And
if you have too many words, won't they give you bigger bonus if you have too many words?
no, because that person's going to completely
person's gonna
obliterate the other
dominate.
one.
Yeah, you're
and,
right.
And you would
Yeah,
get
yeah, 'cause
you
it's
get a really high
too high.
score.
Okay, so you can cut. So maybe you just draw a line. Can it be squiggly? It has to be straight.
It's been so long since I did any controls like that. How are we gonna
What you can do
that
is
in Unity?
a click and you'll save that point, and then you'll draw the line to the mouse pointer. When you click again, that's the cut between those 2 points. So it's a straight line, click, click. All right, that means I can start looking as I type again. And we got another donation, I think. Next donation is from Welwick. Elliot, playing the fool for you. Okay, so Welwick has specifically called out a specific Alistair tarot, which is the fool, Elliot, which means you have to now come up with 10 random words for us, and please write them down.
Oh, I just...
Yep, just write down 10 random words.
I actually don't know what this challenge is. I haven't read them for quite a while. So 10 words.
Just 10, any old words will do.
Okay.
Brick.
Oh, just some pack-themed ones.
Yep, write those down and let me know when you're done.
Yep. Green.
Yep.
Cup. Pencil. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
no,
enough.
Now you're just looking around.
That's enough of things on the desk.
Yeah.
Sparrow. Back to packed for a bit.
Yep. Maybe eyes.
Fence.
Fence. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plane.
These are great ones. So you're doing so well, Elliot.
I will also talk about the beauty of lasagna. And this is my last one.
Now, those 10 words have to be your next 10 variable names.
Fuck.
So, in order, top to bottom, those are the
yep.
names you have to name your variables or functions, either of those words.
Okay, good. I was just about to start making a bunch. Does that include class names?
No.
Because that will affect you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, don't fuck me over. Just fuck yourself over.
So, something, and this is embarrassing that I have to Google this. How am I going to figure out which side of the line a word is on?
So using something like TextMesh Pro or Unity UI Text, you can get the bounds of a word.
Yep.
And as long as, and we just say, maybe like the top left corner of the word even, which side is it on of the line?
Well, it'd be good to get the center, which would just be the
center
position, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to figure out, because the lines won't be flat, I need to figure out which side of it's on.
So these are 2D lines. So the math for that, I think, is like, you get the definition of the line, you get the gradient of the line, and if it's on one side of the gradient or the other side of the gradient, you should be able to look that up. I don't know.
It's like, I feel like I shouldn't have to Google this. I feel like I should be able to intuit
we should be
it.
able to do basic math, but we can't, and that's all right. Now, this is just not working. Because it's not serializing these words. Words should be serializable. It should serialize the word and the stats.
Oh man, all this stuff is way... How to tell whether a point is to the... Oh god. There's like... Yeah. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say, for the X point, get like... So for the center of the word, where it is on X, I'll find out if the line is above or below it, and that will decide. Yeah, okay, Kipos just hit it at the same time as I did. I can't believe I had to...
Oh yeah, that's good.
Like,
yeah, that's so clever. That's math right there.
Yeah, like...
That's math right there, baby.
I shouldn't have needed to think about that. So, let's have this function called public. I don't know what it's going to return yet, so let's leave that void for now. And this function has to be called brick, thanks Welwick. That's such a useless name. Oh my god. So this takes our word array, so our list of words, and our list of positions. That should be pluralized. list. Oh, wait, no. Fuck, I have to give these variables. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So this is called
So
bonds.
that's bonds, and that one is green.
Oh, this is awful.
Why is my serialization not working? How do I make a class serializable, Elliot?
Yeah, I don't know. So
I used to know how to do this.
vestige.
I used to know how to do this, Elliot.
Vestige Blake equals new vestige. So we're just gonna create a Blake, and we're gonna create a Rose. This is very Barbatorum of us. And we're gonna say for eyes. Oh no, I can't call these Blake and Rose, can I?
No. You have to call them cup and pencil.
Okay, so cup and pencil. And in fact, I can't even call the iterator in this loop I. It will instead be Sparrow. Oh, it's too late for this.
Is this C sharp? What is this?
Green dot length.
This is torture.
It hurts. Okay. So, how this is going to work is we can... I completely lost track. If the position, green is our position, this makes it so much harder to try and explain what I'm doing. If the position X value... What? Oh, right, yeah, of course. So... We're, with the Sparrow variable, we're kind of going through each position one by one. So we say, okay, the one of our positions that corresponds to our current one that as we're going through the list, the X value of it. I'm gonna need a line here, aren't I? Oh, God, I'm not thinking this stuff through at all. So to define our line, we're just going to have a gradient, right? No, not gradient, a fence. And as well, not...
that almost makes sense.
What do you call the, like, in MX plus B? What's the B? Like the offset?
The offset, yeah.
Yeah. Float plane. That's a semi-relevant word. Okay, so, sorry. So the, no, not the line Y pos, the lasagna. Float.
Floating lasagna. You love to see that.
So floats are just a type of, intercept. Thanks, Kipos. So floats are a type of number that's basically something that can be like a decimal or a fraction. So integers, the ones we've been using so far, like has to be a whole number, like so 1 or 2. A float can be 1.5, 1 2/3, like, you know, whatever. So this is just basically me making sure that it doesn't have to be a whole number. Garfield is the ultimate other. Oh, let's not get into the I'm sorry, John Pact fanfics. So lasagna is going to be... God, I shouldn't have stopped to explain myself. So lasagna is going to be the Y point of the line at this X point. So that is fence, which was my gradient, times by green sparrow dot X plus my plane, which was the intercept. Keep that nice and tidy. I'm so sorry that no one is following this.
You don't have to be sorry. It wasn't well, it should
yeah.
be.
Okay. So now we can say if lasagna is less than what is it? Green sparrow Y. So this is just me basically saying are we above or below the line? If we are above the line, then cup gets this word. In fact, I need to... This is not going to be... whoever was saying it should be a linked list before was more writer than I was. Yeah, so now I can add an aspect. Yeah, okay. Sorry, so that was a technical C# thing just to make this easier. So now cup can get the word. Cup can get our new word, which is like, what is it? Bonds. No, not sparrow. God damn it. Else again, I'm being very
heading out. See you, Thinker. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Thinker.
Funky TK, if you go to bit.ly/APU details, you'll see the full schedule or the link that still X has just posted. That works too. Now, I think we got some more donations. We got another one from Welwick, who has specifically donated Justice Card to me, and I don't remember what that one is. Justice Card. Focus. Each time the developer blinks for the next 5 minutes, they must yell out, "Forgotten God, I pray to thee."
Oh, that one's fun.
Oh, fuck me. All right. Welwick hates us. I think it's fair to say. All right, here comes the timer. Let me get all my blinking out. It's like 3 a.m. I'm blinking constantly. Okay. Just going to keep my eyes closed.
So this function takes in a list of words.
Forgotten God, I pray to thee.
A gradient and an intercept, and basically cuts our list of words based on where the line.
Forgotten God, I pray to thee.
Where the line went through. So I'm starting to run out of stuff I can do that isn't actually.
God, I pray to thee.
Isn't actually in Unity. I think I've got all the code pretty much.
I can't open my eyes.
How do you get mouse clicks in Unity? God, I'm so out of date.
Input.get mouse position or input.get mouse button down 0.
And then there's like a get mouse click. So
what do you want to get? Is
I'm gonna build the cut controller.
Okay.
Right.
So if input.get mouse button down is when the click goes down.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, eyes open. Forgotten God, I pray to thee. Oh, this is torment. Torment, forgotten God, I pray to thee. Oh, forgotten God, I pray to thee. How much time left, Elliot?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I didn't start the timer. I'm just gonna die. I think I'm just gonna set this let's set this to another 3 minutes. That seems alright. Forgotten God, I pray to thee.
Okay.
I can't. Forgotten God, I pray to thee. I can't do anything right now. I'm just going to take a quick 3-minute nap.
Cup.
This is just a nap. I can't open my eyes. I just can't. I'm blinking constantly.
Does C# let me just define arrays in line? It doesn't from the looks of it. Oh,
no, it does.
Cup.
It does. It's equals and then curly braces. And
I just wanted to do it in a return. So it'd be new
whatever array.
Vestige.
I can't look and check, I'm afraid. Not until I hear those relaxing beeps that mean that I am free from this torment.
Yeah.
While my eyes are closed, I need another word and some stats for it. So if someone could come up with a word and like the stats that it gets a bonus to or a detraction from, that'd be great. I can't check them right now, but I will soon. Oh, it just got really bright in my eyes. What was that?
I switched to a white screen.
Switched to light mode on something. This is just a nice break for my eyes. I'm just trying to feel my way to my cup of water.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought it was going to be.
Feel my way around. Forgotten God, I pray to thee. What's this? Is this my water?
No, that's the mug.
Up,
yeah, that's it.
That's it. Perfect.
No, not results. This is the last of my variable names I have to use, which is the.
Beautiful. And that has to stay, by the way.
I like using this function.
Is the timer going? this time. Oh, forgotten God, I pray to thee. All right, another minute and 20 seconds. I can do that. I can just snap it off.
Okay, so you can take a full human person now and chop them up into 2 vestiges. So I guess what we need now is the thing to say to get the coordinates of all the stuff.
Of all the words.
Yeah. So this will be pre-populated. So should this be
So
in a
maybe
different?
like a person has a set of words that have coordinates or something.
Well, no. Yeah. Oh, I've already got that. I've sort of got that set up. Where am I going? So,
I've got the word dictionary loading and saving now. By the way.
So I'll make cut control. I can go back to using normal names for stuff.
Forgotten God, I pray to thee. 22 seconds left. All right.
So we need a position, and this will be cut.
This was a terrible idea, this mixer. I don't know what I was thinking.
They were quite a
Forgotten
late.
God, I pray to thee.
They were quite a late edition too. Private vector 2 cut
2,
end.
1. Forgotten God, I pray to thee. Thanks, folks. All right, I'm back. Okay.
I think it's a net neutral Welwick.
Nathan Awake says, imagine hearing someone shouting, Forgotten God, I pray to thee every few seconds.
Yeah, Kipos, we're quite lucky. Everyone else who lives both in my house and all the adjacent houses are currently away. We're basically on this block alone, which was very fortuitous.
I'm back, guys. I'm back. Let's see. Did we get anything else? Any other torches? No, thank God. Right. I'm gonna get back to doing whatever I was doing, which I can't remember what it is. Oh yeah, did anyone put any words?
Yeah, I
stats?
mean, I live in the Abyss, isn't
This
too
might be
far off.
fake
I live in
midterm
rural
column.
Australia. That's pretty much about it. Okay.
-1 strength. Maybe like 0 dex, -2 strength for
Public will cut started.
Con is maybe like
Here's false.
1, and wits could be like 3 and a 2.
If input dot get mouse button down.
All right. What do you need help with next?
What mouse?
I've just done this.
Get mouse button down. How does that?
0.
0 for the
Left
left.
click,
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so what have I kind of got? I've got the concept of like a human person, a vestige. Really, what I haven't done is any scene setup.
Do you want me to actually build out the animation and stuff?
Yeah.
Have you
Should
already
we
built out-
change computers though? Because that's a much more visual thing. I don't think
Yeah,
people want
sure.
to watch me
Are
keep
you
programming.
happy to type on my laptop?
Yeah.
Alright,
Just let
maybe
me push.
Commit your stuff. I'll get some more water.
Okay.
If you why do I have 2 princes stuck in my head? What the fuck happened? Forgotten God, I pray to thee. I think that's going to be my new catchphrase.
I had not pulled, and you've done that thing to something.
What did I do?
Oh, like there must be some sort of. Oh no. Okay, it merged fine. It was just because I hadn't pulled. I thought we might have had a conflict. No, what? Permission to Reuben denied. I didn't. Maybe I didn't
Did you
accept.
accept it?
No, I thought it would just happen. Okay. Oh, come on, what? Yeah, but I already done this. I've been through this. Yeah, okay. I'll take yours.
I don't know what I did in my broker. Oh yeah, I do remember what I did. Yeah, just take mine. It's fine.
Okay.
All you did was make the sprite. green.
Yeah, can you remake the sprite green for me?
All right.
How much time left on the clock? We are
We
about
started at
halfway
3
through.
o'clock, didn't we? Halfway through?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we can switch
I
poodles
wasted
now.
it all praying to the forgotten god. Yeah, this runs until 5 a.m., huh?
Yeah.
That bar doesn't do anything. I'm sorry. That the bar down the bottom that says 47 hours ago, it doesn't. Like the time on that is not correct.
Yeah, it doesn't let us pick a time. It only lets us do like a date.
All right.
So can you drag the character back in to make them green?
Yeah, I can. Can you explain to me how your battle controller works?
Yeah, sure. So I'm currently writing the script to get the mouse presses.
Okay.
Battle Simulator lets you start a conflict using Simulate Conflict.
So you just call this in with two vestiges?
Then it starts as coroutine. That goes through rounds, and you can see I've got a yield for waiting for a second.
Okay.
Yep. You've got vestiges, which...
This is each round happens?
Yes,
Okay, so at the end of each round, I'll make it play an animation for that
Yeah,
round, basically.
yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. I'm going to set up the visuals for that then. Have you got any example battles here? The vestiges, are they ready to go? Like,
Yeah, just click on them. So they have a list of words, and you can get their HP and you can get their stat.
where does the HP get set? Oh, just from con.
Yeah, so actually one of the first things Battle Sim does is set their HP to full.
Okay, cool. I'll start animating this and I'll get that done. That should be easy.
Okay, cool. I'm going to continue working on my cut controller.
Are you changing vestige anymore right now?
I shouldn't really know.
Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we will make a... All right, so we're going to need to make these little characters and have them have some animations. So we've got our sprite already here. I'm going to turn this into an actual character. Man, the real challenge of this now is we both have keyboards that are really terrible. I'm going to warn you, like the A, S, D, and T keys on my keyboard only work about 60% of the time. Yeah, so get ready. We're cursed here. All right. So for those of you who aren't aware, God, this layout is also terrible. The way it works in Unity is
It's the default layout.
it's horrible. Yeah, we're doing a Pact game jam here. We are working on a Pact theme game where you cut a character into two characters, and that is what defines their character. Words don't have a position, but we probably need them to.
They do in full human person.
Full human person, love that. And I love these variable names as well. Can I say that? Yeah. Where's the word? Do they have
So
a...
there's two arrays.
Oh, it's an array of...
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I could have made them like tuples.
And is full human person what turns into vestige?
That's what Brick does.
Yes.
Brick takes
a human person and bricks them into two vestiges.
Yeah, and so you can see it's meant
But
to
then
take...
this doesn't have the equivalent array of positions. Can I just add that? Is that alright?
Well, it doesn't need them, does it?
Well, I think it's good to still have them on them as they fight.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
don't think?
yeah, sure.
So I'll just do that too.
So you'll need to
It's vector 2s, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Word positions.
So you go to the bathroom quickly.
Yeah, that's cool. These variable names are the worst, Elliot. Okay, int sparrow equals 0. So sparrow is the counter here. Green is the list of words. Oh no, green is the list of positions. So if it's less than that, we add it to that. So let me see. Fuck me, for real. Well, who was it who made him have these terrible names of things? I can't understand what anything is. Vector 2 word positions. Okay, so we need and when we create a new vestige. Oh god, doesn't do anything. Okay. Are these lists being initialized? They're not. You're not a list initial.
No, I assume something else would set them when it creates the full human person.
But you're creating the vestiges here, and they're not initializing their lists.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I'll do that now. I'll just make an initialize function.
Yeah, when I create a new vestige.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that
Equals.
In fact, I'm just creating it by a new vestige, which probably won't work since they're monos.
No, it won't. But they don't need to be monos. There's nothing mono about them.
Well, if you're gonna... No, yeah, that's a good point.
Like, I'll make it create a separate thing from them. The barbering is... well, if you want to find out, we got another $1.5 grand that we need to get. Oh, so those don't need to be monos. In fact, if they don't need to be monos, I can make that a constructor. Public
Yeah.
vestige. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. All right. Now if we add it to that, then cup dot word positions dot add
Pulled my stuff.
bonds no green sparrow. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And otherwise pencil dot word positions dot add green sparrow. So what this is doing here is, in addition to adding the words to the vestiges, it's also giving them the positions, so we can draw those later. So in our battle sim, what we're going to do is we're actually going to... Now, battle sim does need to be on mono behavior because I'm going to make it run our battles, if that makes sense. So public game object vestige prefab. So I'm basically going to make this conflict, create our vestiges and animate them to smush into each other. I'm going to import a package called Lean Tween, which is a beautiful little package.
Oh, yes. I'm more of a do tween.
More of a do tween yourself, but I'm just going to do Lean Tween. And
If it's signed into mine, I'll have do tween pro. But no, yeah, use whatever you're familiar with.
Lean Tween is free anyway.
Didn't used to be, right?
Yeah, I guess not. I don't remember. I think Unity bought it.
That's one of those ones.
Yeah,
like
it's
Pro
one of those
Tools.
ones. Yeah, exactly.
Or Pro Tools.
Text Mesh Pro as well.
Yes.
I'm going to talk through what I do more in a bit. Where are we at on the time? We've got about an hour and 15 minutes left.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'll have this battle simulation done in about 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
See,
you're a
I
lot
don't
more
need
practiced
Lean
at
Tween, do
this
I?
part of it than I am. Ah, your SK just came out.
Yeah, it does that. Just pop it back in for me
Yeah.
if you wouldn't mind. Alright, so here's what we can do. We're going to create some simple little animations. Let's call it just anim, actually. Oh god, this is terrible. So we're going to animate our characters here so that we have a... God, I hate this layout. Oh my god. So that we have our little battle animations. So the animations will define the movements here. So this is going to be our character anim. Alright, so let's say our characters start at -1, no, -2, -4, and 4. Does that work? Yeah, cool. Alright, so for our character animations, it's going to be very simple. We're going to have, I mean, they need health bars as well, don't they? Anim attack left, and that's going to be easy. We're just going to do position, and we'll do rotation as well. Let's add rotation. God, I'm really slow today.
Yes.
I mean, it's
I'm just all over the place.
So basically, what we're gonna do is, I basically want to make a little animation of our characters coming together and clashing. That's the vibe. What do we want here? Maybe Y animation? Y, no, not Y. Is it Z? Z. Okay, so maybe we go 15. 10. Let's change it. So let's make this -6. -4.5.
I think we just got a donation.
Yeah, let's look at that donation, shall we? And this will be -2. It's that one. Refresh.
Yes, so thank you, Welwick. We've got a $40 donation from Welwick again, who is on fire.
Welwick, what is it?
Welwick wants us both to have chariot cards
What is
at the
chariot?
same time.
What is Chariot? Elliot?
Where would I find such information?
Oh, it's on there somewhere, man.
Alice's punishments, there it is. Developer can only do things they are commanded to do by the other developer.
Oh, okay.
So we're both doing that to each other.
Elliot, I command you to ignore that. What are you trying? I forgot what you're trying to do. I
Yeah.
command you to build the cut controller by. I command you to do some programming, doing the cut controller, so you cut the things in half and make it into 2 vestiges. And I'm going to start the timer. Well, can you command me to start the timer?
Yeah, start the timer.
Thanks.
Well, you got to command me to command you to. Yeah, okay. I'm going to command you to add more judo flips into the animations.
What does that even mean?
Like she's not even doing full somersaults right there.
Okay, it should be a full somersault. Okay, make it a full fucking somersault. Make it a full goddamn somersault. Huh?
Okay, now
Hi-ya!
that's an
Hi-ya!
action. That's an action
Hi-ya!
game right there.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Elliot. That's so helpful of you, and I loved it.
You've got to command me to do something now.
I need you to command you to do the bit where you make the cuts good to do. Okay.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was doing anyway. You gotta give me something fresh.
I command you to. But what is it like? Just continue to do the thing, or like. What do I command? Anyone got any good commands for me to command Elliot to do? I'm going to command you to hunt and peck type for the next few minutes.
Okay.
So only hunting and pecking as you continue your typing. How about that?
Oh boy.
One finger from each hand only.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, are you going to give me a command? I already did your command. I'm already like ace.
No, but I want more somersaults to be clear. Like every animation has to include at least.
There's only going to be like 2 animations. So
okay,
sure.
well, a minimum of 5 somersaults is what I want in our game.
In the game, all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, well, we can add another somersault here. That's okay.
Cut event.
Waha! Waha! That somersault just doesn't work thematically. I'm going to take it out. Okay.
Oh, you're putting it somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll put it somewhere else. Don't worry. It will happen. Don't worry. I need a character script here as well, don't I? So let's call this character, and we'll give the character a health bar as well in a second. Your thing is just like frozoned. How's chat doing? Oh, I got all the chat stuff now. How we doing, chat? Having a good time? Elliot's hunting and pecking is very funny to watch.
It's awful.
I think your Unity has frozen, or no, just had an error message. It's fine. I think it's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
All right. Public. Hey, Welwick. Oh yeah, I'm doing things that Elliot hasn't commanded. Elliot, can you command me to like continue doing this?
Okay, so you've got some basic animations.
Well, I've got one. I need to actually hook it up. Welwick says he's having a great time. I'm happy. Thank you, Welwick. I'm happy you're happy, huh?
Yeah. Okay, no, I'm trying. I want to throw you off a bit.
Well, you've
'cause
only
that's
got
what
1 minute
Welwick's paying
45
for.
to do.
Okay, instead of doing this.
Oh my god.
Why don't you add a quick blood splatter animation for when they get attacked?
Fine. Yeah, fine. I'll do that. Fine. I need blood. Right, I'll just do this. Create a circular sprite. It's gonna be. No, it'll be a circle. I'll make it a circle. These characters will have circular blood. I hope you're okay with that. Square blood. Alright, blood. That'll have to do. This is so not even going to work good, Elliot. I hate that you've just commanded me to do this. It's really not going to work. No, I'll make it a particle system. That'll work. That'll be good.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay. These particles are going to
I'm making no progress with this fucking typing limit.
I goddamn hate particle systems. They never work how I want them to.
Okay. So now what?
Let me tell you now, if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. If you want to tell me maybe, just go ahead now. If you... Alright, command time is done. We're out of the command zone.
Oh, I can type like a
Yeah, you can
human
type
being
good
again?
now yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go some blood particles. They don't have a material. Why don't they have a material? Oh, because there's no material. Well, Sprite's default, I think. Okay. I'm gonna make this a circular blood sprite. I think it's a little bit wild having it not be a circle.
So,
Circle blood.
what do I want this thing to do? I should drag it in frame a bit more. Hey, everyone.
Welwick is asking if there's any more of the Alistair punishments that people want to see.
Oh,
please, please, Welwick, please. Don't do us like this. This is just not a circle. This was a lie. Alright, that's fine. It'll be square blood. Whatever. That's what blood look like, isn't? Yes, is. Blood look like this, I believe. Radius 0.5. Bit of blood. Give them a longer life cycle, a shorter life cycle, and a bigger size. 20 maybe. And turn off the emission. Okay. Alright, we've now got our particle system. Alright, so void take hit. Say about 20 particles. Okay. This animation stuff is taking me much longer than I thought because of all these shenanigans. All right, all these shenanigans going on. Is this gonna work? This game?
Let's see.
No? Is that what you were gonna say? We need a health bar here, which could be a sprite above it. Let's do that. We'll make it health sprite. Sprite renderer. It's gonna be blood again. Blood for the blood god. Blood for the blood god. 10, no, 1, 2, 3. Make it about half as high. Make it about 3 times as long. We'll make it nice and green, like a green health bar should be. And we will make it draw filled. I want filled. Where's filled? Can I not do it filled? Maybe it has to be a image to be filled. I believe it does. Okay. go ahead now. Just go ahead. If you want to buy me flowers, just go ahead now. If you want to talk for hours. Marry me. The one that loves baby, can't you see? Sorry, yeah, I'm already just kind of singing to myself as I go. I hope that's okay with everybody here. I don't know why I have two princes stuck in my head, but I swear it's been stuck in my head this whole goddamn time. It's driving me mental. Alright, that's a good health bar there. Alright, okay, put red behind it and put it at the back. So now we've got a nice little health bar. As we set it, it'll just drain like that. That's beautiful. Okay, particle effect, you are nothing. Public. Fuck, what do we got? Unity. Sing Unity. Engine. Dot UI. Yeah. Public image. Health image. And in here we'll say health image dot fill amount equals new health. Health float equals new health. Alright. So we now have this animator. Can we add the animator window actually? Animation. Okay, because we need a parameter here. That parameter should be a bool and it can be is left. We need another animation. Can you clip that is? Let's call it none. That's gonna be, that's fine actually for none. Set that to 0. None default. And then, okay, trigger that says attack. No. Fuck. This needs to change. Someone's just said, okay, it's karaoke time. That's Warwick again. I don't even know what that means. None left. And set that as the default state. And we'll say add property transform position. Yeah, keep an eye out for a donation, I guess. Of course, you might get a donation that forces us to sing. Right.
Double check I didn't actually miss any.
Yep, Welwick says, check the donations, Reuben.
Sorry,
Is there a thing in
actually
there
on
that's
me for
singing?
once.
Is that one of them singing?
Yes, so we have another $20 from Welwick. Reuben, since you're singing anyway, here's the world card.
What does that one do?
Yeah, let me
Can you just check that one
give
for
me a
me?
second to tell you. World. Harmony, you must sing a song as you develop for the next 5 minutes.
Does anyone have any song requests?
Don't stop believing.
Do. I don't actually know the part, but I'll go. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. None left is true, yes. And just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Street lights, people living in a something's circles in the night. street lights, people, and everything's a fun and ocean and Adams searching for the life. Then it goes into the guitar. I'm happy to take requests. I'm here for the people, as they say. As I say. Okay, Anim Attack left. Any requests in chat? What do we got? Sing an Australian song. What's a good Australian song, Elliot?
Waltzing Matilda.
Waltzing Matilda is not a good Australian song.
I beg to differ.
What about some Midnight Oil? What's a good Midnight Oil song?
Oh God, I don't know any of them by.
Beds Are Burning, that's one, right? But I don't actually know the lyrics. Guys, you got to give me more specifics than that, because I'm not au fait enough with Aussie music. Farewell to Greta. What is Farewell to Greta?
Isn't AC/DC Australian? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know any AC/DC, I'm afraid.
Black Betty.
I mean, I know the chorus.
Yeah.
It just goes, whoa, Black Betty, bam, bam, whoa, Black Betty, etc. Bam, bam. She had a child who went wild.
Thunderstruck or something.
Guys, I don't know any AC/DC, alright? And yes, you can call me Forsworn. Oh, Tub Thumping, that works. Goes, pissing the night away, pissing the night away. I get knocked down, but I get up again. I'm never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, and I get up again. Ain't you never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. Did you even start the 5-minute timer, Elliot?
No, I can't unlock your phone.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, maybe I'll do one more
I think
request.
my phone's...
And then it
it's
goes,
right here.
oh, Danny boy, Danny boy.
If there's no other
Danny
requests,
boy.
Heaven is a Place on Earth would be a good one.
Again, only just know like the one line in the chorus. You really gotta pick songs that I know, right?
Okay.
With like Roses by Outkast comes to mind.
Candy Store from Heather's.
Oh, Candy Store from Heather's. I like that one. Okay. So it goes, do we have a problem here? That's the first line, right?
You got a bone to pick?
You got a bone to pick? You've come so far. Why now are you chewing on my dick? I'd normally scratch your face off, and everyone here would watch. But I'm feeling nice, so here's some advice. Listen up, biatch. I like looking hot, buying stuff they could not. I like drinking hard, maxing dad's credit card. I like skipping gym, scaring her, screwing him. I like killer clothes, kicking nerds in the nose. And that's as far as we're gonna get. I think I'm losing my mind a little bit watching this character do some somersaults. Wee wah woohoo! All right, so that was for all the Heathers fans out there. I'm so unable to focus, like I'm losing the plot, and we've got like 55 minutes left. What am I doing? Can anyone remind me what I was doing? I got a request for Roses by Outkast, which I don't remember how. Oh yeah. Caroline's, all the guys would say she's mighty fine, but mighty fine only got you somewhere half the time. And the other half either got you cussed out or coming up short. Yeah, and I dig this now, even though you need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize that real guys only got you something real down to Mars girls. Yeah, I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see roses really smell like ooh ooh ooh. Yeah, roses really smell like boo. Ha, yeah. Well, she got a hottie's body, but her attitude was potty. When I met her at a party, she was hardly acting naughty. I said, "Shorty." No, I don't remember. It's too late in the night. I don't remember any of the words. Character left, public character right. Piss in the night. Ooh, I've gone back to tub thumping. I get knocked down, but I get up again, and you're ever gonna keep me down. Is Battle Sim on a component somewhere?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna just.
I didn't dive into the scene like at all.
Okay, cool. Let me handle that. That'll be fine. Pissing the night away. Character goes on there, and those don't need to be public, they can be private. Oh my god. I'm really, really slow right now. And it's driving me a little bit mental.
Like, I'm getting so angry with myself for the sort of stuff I'm having to double check and look up.
And the worst part is your keyboard just doesn't suit me.
Game
object
feeling
doesn't
can be
stand
true.
shit.
Yours is so different.
Yeah, and broken. So what I'm doing here is we've actually set it up so when the battle is started by Elliot's scripts that he set up before, we're actually going to create the physical versions of the characters and make them do some cool shit. So left dot initialize true because this is left, and right dot initialize false because this isn't left. Why does it keep adding parentheses here? Okay. How do we tell how much damage they take? Oh, you're setting their HP here.
Yeah. So the HP damage is being done in the loop. So you should just need to update the looks of stuff.
Okay, I'll do that.
It's not necessarily a good algorithm for determining the HP.
Yeah, it's alright. It'll do.
Oh, it looks like we got another donation.
What is it?
Getting there. It's for me. Pick a random card, Elliot. Good work with the game so far, especially for so early in the morning. Thank you, Welwick. You have made it more fun, if also maybe slightly difficult.
If more difficult, yeah. Pissing the night away. I get knocked down. So Blake is left, Rose is right. Is that right?
Yeah. Death. That's probably not good.
It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the tower.
Death. Change. Remove the
No.
files.
Rename.
Oh, so rename the files for all your scripts. Oh,
So
but that's
go
such a
and rename
pain
some
in
scripts.
Unity.
Yeah, that's fun.
Why have you done this?
So he has to
Reuben?
rename all of his files. That's a fun one.
Joke's on you.
Just
We
yours,
share
not
a
mine.
project.
Just yours, not my scripts. Just your scripts, and not Battle Sim or Vestige because I'm working on those ones.
Okay.
Rename everything else, huh? Wait, do you want me to just I'll just push first. How do I do that on your thing?
It's in source tree. Windows tab to source tree, or alt tab, sorry.
Oh, whoa! I didn't know you could do that. Wait, source tree is not open.
Closed. Just hit the Windows key. It's like the equivalent of opening up Spotlight, and then just start typing source tree.
Is this it? Yeah. He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times. Pushing all my junk. That's that commit message. Let's not question it.
It's better than the ones I've been pushing up. I don't know if you've been tracking them.
I have not been paying any attention, I'll be honest.
Mine was lol, game jam, no real commit message.
Nice. Alright, I've pushed some shit, so enjoy it. Rename some stuff if you want, just don't do it too badly. Where's my... Now I can't find my Visual Studio. There it is. You should use VS Code. I really like it. We got another donation from Nathan Awake, if you want to take a look and see what that
Yep,
is.
I'm just renaming Cut Controller to Snippy Snippy.
Yep, that's good. Cut controller to snipper clippers. Okay. So we've created our characters. Now the battle sim needs to update their health. So we'll say left. No, we need to actually make it function for attack. Public void attack.
Okay, we got another donation.
Anim.set.
Now that I'm done
Trigger.
renaming everything.
Attack.
Reuben, Nathan Awake doesn't want you to feel left out, so you may draw a card as
Thank
well.
you so much, Nathan. I really, really love that. Nah, it's doing well. I mean, we're making some good progress on the donation goals. All right, what do we get? Please not the tower, baby. It is the chariot. Was that the singing one that we just did?
No, willpower. Developer can only do things they're commanded to by the other
Oh.
developer. This one again.
Okay, give me some commands there, Elliot. What are you commanding me to do?
What are you working on at the moment?
I'm working on the attack loop, making that animation work. It's almost there.
Okay.
So, do you want to give me some commands?
Yeah. So, I guess what are you actually making? So you're actually making them attack? Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got to change.
What's the
their
max
health, obviously.
HP? How do I get their max HP? Does that exist?
Yeah, it would be get their stat. Like there's not a direct accessor for it.
Why don't I just do this?
Get, yeah. We just make it get full HP.
It just gets.
And so something you'll need to do, like, because I have not, is actually build the scene. I think you may have already
But
started
wait,
on
are you
that.
going to give me a command?
Well, my command is build the scene good.
Oh, cop out! Are these ints? Is HP an int?
Yeah, it is. You don't need to cast for a division.
I do.
I think so. It's right, yes. Okay. No, sorry.
This is a proportional between 0 and 1 here. Alright.
So you build in
Make
the
the
health
scene
bars.
good? Yeah, the health bars are all set up and everything. So this should
Okay.
actually work now. Once I start a battle, they should just be like pew, pew, pew. How do I run a battle sim? Maybe I'll just do a void start and set one up.
Problem is you'll need to... actually, no. Never mind.
What?
I'm just trying... So what have I put together here?
Hashirama. Enjoy going out. I'm actually going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
What time are we at? 4:15. 45 minutes left, Elliot.
Yeah.
You going to make it?
I think we'll get something. How reliable it is. We'll see. What is the run sheet? What comes up after this? Oh, it's breakfast after this. We can eat into that a bit. Okay. I can dig it. How's everyone going in the chat? Yeah, Sharama, it's a good time to go grab a bite. I agree. So I've got a cut event. What actually? It's probably all these naming challenges that we've done is now I don't know where to find anything. I'm already kind of... My brain's a bit fried and now I'm trying to figure out where stuff is. Yeah, okay. Has Reuben been working in full human person? Well, I'm kind of stuck till Reuben gets back, honestly. So, what's happening in the chat? Loving the Game Jam segment so far. Thank you, Nathan Awake. It's probably a bit of a different one, but hopefully it's entertaining in its own way. It was a rough section of morning to watch someone write code. Yeah, it was a rough section of morning to write code. I don't know why we put this here. this is probably going to be the lowest energy-wise. We're hoping to get our second wind before we start hitting up guests again in the next few hours. What's the code for? I'm assuming you've just joined us, Anna Cabaret. We're doing a bit of a game jam. So we are building a very small pact game that is basically like a Barbatorum simulator. So you get given a human person with a bunch of aspects, and you have to decide where to cut them. And when you do that cut, then the two of them fight, and you get a score based on how close they are. So you want like a lower score. And then, I mean, that's pretty much the game. It's a very small scope because we're building it in 3 hours. Thank you, Arapocalypse. Yeah, we are having fun doing it. People in the chat talking about how they are as stupid as we are and doing the full 24 hours. Which, yeah, I mean, I want to call you all crazy, but here I am. So that'd be the pot calling the kettle black. Thanks, Anna Caro. Yeah, we'll see how the game goes. Hopefully we get something together. We may have to cut our breakfast a bit short. We have a very fun themed breakfast that I hope some of you stay for. This is going to be a very, very hilarious joke. Right up there with the Red Bull Wings one. I teased that the breakfast is funny and everyone's just guessing that it's eggs, which is an interesting guess.
Interesting guess indeed. We'll see. All right, hey folks.
So I've built this snippy class.
We built this city. Yep.
So it gets the mouse down and actually simulates the cut.
Yep.
And it does an event. So have you touched full human person?
Yeah, I added this bit, but I pushed that. If you pull, you'll get it.
Yeah, okay. I'll pull.
We built this city on rock and
but I'm pretty much.
It is not yet light outside. It's about 4 a.m.
Yeah, I'll probably push right after this because it's got kind of at the point where you should be able to just turn things on in the scene. I don't want to work in the scene while you are.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. I mean, scenes merge nicely now. It's not like
not in my experience, but okay.
No, they're fully like JSON files now, so they can merge.
Is that a 19.3 thing?
No, it's been all like that since 2018 or something.
Oh, not 2018 because we've been having so many YAML problems in
Really?
2018 at work. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
anyway.
do you use Perforce?
Yes, but not since when we switched to 19. We were using Bitbucket before. Anyway, sorry everyone for
tech talk alert. All right, so we've got a vestige. It needs a list of words and a list of positions. So I'm just going to fill this with some junk.
Did you say that you added stuff to full human person? What did you add?
Added the word position stuff.
Yes. Okay. No, got it.
What is it? Word. Why is it aspects?
I don't know. My concept of language right now is quite weak, and that's a word we used a lot a few hours ago. So
yeah, but that was in Pact Fates. It's not really a Pact thing. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's a thing that we used recently.
So I'm going to add some words. Let's say test 1, and that is going to give some 3 1 1. Okay. Again, do 1.aspects add new word test 2. So let's do it this way. Word 1 new word test 1 2 1 1 word 2 equals new word test 2 1 2 2 1 3. I'm just setting up some test data in here so that I can test 3 2 2 2 2 so I can do some simulated battles here and make sure it works. Test 4 1
So that just test data.
So one dot aspects dot add word 1. Or add word 1, 2, and 3. 2 word 3. Let's actually put this in a void sim. Example battle. Okay. I'll try running that example.
It's amazing how a Git client you haven't used is just fucking.
It's so
nonsense.
good. It's great.
How do I commit?
Kraken. You just commit down here. So you stage the files, type in a commit message and
Oh,
summary,
okay.
and
Ah.
summary, and summary, and summary,
Ah.
and the title here. And then you need to push as well.
If you push that, I kind of think we have the code that we need.
We need
Don't just draw any vertical lines. That is not like a. It's not something I've considered, right? just
no
as an
vertical
FYI.
lines allowed.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. I mean, who even likes?
yeah. It's too
vertical lines?
uncreative even for the barber.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, I
What
mean,
if they're perfectly vertical or what?
Yeah, just because like the rise over run division, like
Oh, will
if
fail,
it's infinity or even 0 probably.
That's fun.
Let me like account for that.
We built this city on rock and roll.
I'm not going to account for that. It's a little bit hard.
Is it?
Yeah, just because I'm passing around the gradient in the thingy.
And then we just call simulate battle conflict 1, 2. Should we see if this works? It won't actually have the words on screen or anything, but it'll do alright. Better delete this. Ready?
Yep.
Well, it's made a character, and then it's fucked up. Alright, give me a second, folks. We've hit an exception. We didn't assign anim or image or blood or anything. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's go this prefab. Alright.
Yeah.
Particle system goes there. Animator is from there. And image is from here.
Yeah.
Let's try that again, shall we?
So I've kind of lost the plot of what I even need to do from here. So.
I mean, they're fighting. One of them just died, and then I don't know, something happened. I mean, that almost did something.
Yeah. That's pretty close.
What was it trying to do? So running the battle sim, it didn't seem like they both took damage. It seems like only one of them took damage there. Was that weird? Why is that? What happens after this while loop? The battle's over.
Well, nothing in this
Okay,
code.
Cool. I'll just say debug. Battle ended. We'll get to that in a second. What's turn here?
That's whose turn it is. It's
Why?
a really bad system. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just it's making them take turns.
So they don't both attack then? Only one of them attacks?
Yes.
Okay, so if turn is 1 Blake or Rose?
Blake is 0.
Yeah, I can see that in the comment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I do very well documented code.
Yeah, that's good. That's beautifully documented there. Else,
Gonna get called forsworn on that one.
yeah, you've just fucked up. You just fucked up, buddy. Alright, that's it.
Yeah, Kipos, I've just seen your comments. That's pretty much where I'm at. I was like, you just oh fuck it. That's kind of where I'm at.
Oops. Didn't mean to open that. Where's the prefab there? Let's look at these animations. None left. Oh, because it does have a weird. Okay. That's fine. It's looking weird. None right should be 4? Yeah, 4. I can just delete this shit. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah. See, it's not really working, and I'm not quite sure why.
What's your test data look like?
And they should have... Oh, yeah, true. Maybe the test data is wonky. Do they all have any... They all have some constitution in here. It seems to be working with adding the words and everything. Word 4 is never being used. Let's chuck it in here.
I'm just going to duck out to the bathroom for a minute.
Oh, we just got a comment from a terrified ham who says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how awake are you guys? The answer to that is probably about a 4, maybe. Okay, this is clearly not right. 1.2. 3.6. Why is that 3.6? Health comp 3.6. That makes 0 sense. What the fuck? Blake plus. We got a donation. I'll take a look at that in a second, folks. Just trying to debug this weirdness. Oh, there's healing. Oh my god. I didn't realize there was healing. Yeah, Blake's health was just 5 out of 4 right then. Let's clamp it. How about that? And say math.clamp 0f Blake.get full HP Blake.hp plus that. So he shouldn't be able to heal past his full HP here, right? Can't heal more than your max HP. Everyone knows that. Cannot convert float to an int, of course, because clamp is an int. Clamp. Float. Fuck, come on. Alright, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Oops. Too many control Zs. If Blake.hp is greater than Blake.get full HP, Blake.set full HP. There we go. And similarly for Rose, if Rose's HP is more than her max HP, just set her to full HP. Let's try that again. Oh, Blake just got his butt whooped. Okay, that's working, I think. Blake's attack didn't seem to do any damage, which I'm a little confused by. Oh, I guess it's because of this. I'm going to make this not happen on the first turn. That's what's confusing things, I think. Wow. Rose got stomped. Rose, you fuck. You suck. Alright, I'm going to dial up the amount of HP they have, because it's really hard to tell. Just gonna, okay. Let's give them more HP. Alright, let's say these fight with more HP. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, that almost works, huh? I mean, that's basically it, right? Oh, we're fucking up. We're setting our HP when we should be setting the other person's HP. This is almost working.
Cool.
It's not really a game right now, though, I'll be honest. And we've got 30 minutes
30
left.
I have the code to like do the cutting. Like it will. You had the stuff to like actually create the vestiges, didn't you?
What? On the screen?
Yeah.
They've been created by the battle sim. So if you pass the vestiges into the battle sim, it'll make them on the screen and stuff. So you don't need to do that. If you just pass in the vestiges.
Yeah, okay. So this thing makes the vestiges, so I just can just pass them to battle sim.
Yeah, and it'll do the battle from there.
Cool.
Wait, why are they bleeding? Oh, this doesn't make any sense. The character that attacks is bleeding right now. So what we really need to do is bleed. Public void bleed. Let me just chuck a quick other dot in front of some of these and we'll be all good. Oh, let me just say sorry, other dot bleed. Yeah. This dot other equals other. Perfect. And we need to make sure we swap this around a little bit. So instead of that, we say left dot. Oh, sorry, we just swap these around actually. Alright, now we're doing this shit. Now we're getting there. Now we're getting there. Blake hurting himself when he attacks is accurate. Kyrgyzstan, that's a 10 out of 10 right there, my friend.
That's pretty good. Battle sim.
And that's. So are you drawing the words?
No, that's. I'm about reaching the point where that's the only thing I have left to do, but
Yeah, cool.
I'm nervous about being in the scene while you are.
Okay, well that was interesting.
Looks like they're doing damage to each other occasionally.
Yes. Yes. It does look that way. Yeah, I think that some of them's just healing too good or something. But the battle ended, but they're not on 0 HP. I don't really understand that. Je suis confused.
Is it my code?
No, I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I've just lost the plot of it here.
Same.
Why do they both heal when I divided by mod 3 is equal to 0 or 2?
Why is that equal to 2?
Because
Yeah.
I didn't want them to heal in the first round because that was really confusing.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You could just remove the healing code for a bit. Check that the rest of it works.
Yeah.
Like the healing's kind of a complication.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit confused by it. I think. That one. Let's see if it works without the healing.
Okay.
But,
Why did the first one not work?
yeah,
Did you notice that?
I did notice that. Yeah, I don't understand why that didn't work. It's too late, isn't it? Let's just not worry about this for right now. I'll leave this as is. It's going fine. Oh, we've got some donations, Elliot. Do you want to take a look?
Shit, yep.
Sorry, we're fading on those donations. Je suis Rick Springfield.
I think the last one we did was from Nathan Awake.
Yeah, we didn't do the next Warwick one.
So Warwick again. This stream is really wholesome. I thought I'd donate for a lover card.
Mm-hmm.
That's the holding hands one, right?
Yeah. And also draw a friend for Rose. That's the magician card. Okay, so we have to hold hands for the next 5 minutes, and also I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes creating another asset.
Yeah.
So that means
Do you want to be on your computer again? Should we swap positions quickly?
do a swapsy.
I'll try and debug your...
Yeah.
problem.
Do you want to push that? So what am I going to do next? Well, you just wanted to be able to use your right hand, you scallywag.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah, nice.
Good strategy.
Nice perk. No, I thought you'd want to use GIMP on yours.
Yeah, that works. What am I making? Another character.
Yeah. Well, like we've got 2 Roses fighting at the moment. It should be a Blake and a Rose.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, can't argue with that.
Okay, so let me see what's going on here.
Can't argue with that. That's for darn tootin' sure. Alright. Let's make our boy Blakey boy. Boy Blakey boy. Don't worry about that. Let's just finish the rest of it. We'll get to that later.
I don't really have anything else to work on.
We need to make the words appear and you cut them.
Yeah, okay.
Do that. Do you want to do that while I do this, right? Are you confident doing that?
Not particularly, but I can get started.
Yeah, let me just draw a Blakey boy. Je suis Rick Springfield. Ici dans le bar. Qui joue la guitare. Je suis a superstar. Je suis Rick Springfield. Ici dans le bar. Qui joue de la guitare.
Where is my character? Why can I not see this? I'm in a prefab. I've added the sprite render.
Double click it. The sprite render. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Pretty weird. Oh, does it? Do you want to try just dragging it out and see if it appears? Yeah, there it is. It's really weird. Try clicking the arrow on it. See now? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just do it from here.
A superstar.
Okay.
Blake is a bit unfriendly right now, I'll be honest. That's okay. That's just how he does. He's your boy Blake.
Maybe a bit bigger.
One-handed, left-handed drawing. I'm like in pain right now. Yeah, I'm a stick boy. This is my stick world that I live in. It's really one-handed, left-handed drawings, like not my vibe at all. So thank you, whoever that was. A sprite hand-holding and singing. I've got a song called Je suis Rick Springfield stuck in my head, which is a Jonathan Colton song. About a guy who says he's Rick Springfield in French. And he probably is. Blake wears like teal coloured pants and a purple jumpsuit, right? It's like, I mean, we've been studying Pact for a while and I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Sorry, I can't listen and type anymore. My brain does not work on that level right now.
That's fair enough. Your hand's really warm.
Yours is very cold.
What a perfect match! Seriously, what do you do to get such warm hands? Because I want to do it.
Blood flow mostly.
Yeah, I guess my hands are cold. I guess I have cold hands, I guess. This is fun. This is so low key. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like, I don't know, maybe it's a bit low key for the stream. Let me know what you guys think, whether you are finding it too low key style, but I'm kind of just.
Oh yeah, I should explain what I'm doing now that I'm back on the screen. I am creating.
Yeah, 'cause I was not doing that very well.
You were doing something more visual though. When I'm doing code on here, it's a bit like.
All right. Did you push all my junk?
Yeah, but I didn't push all my junk. Is that the hand timer?
Yeah. And
Cool. I am doing some typing, so it would be nice to have.
Can I get you to update the animation? Actually, I can just do it, can't I? I don't know why I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, do you need me to push anything?
Just push everything.
Yeah.
If you could.
That's like a good practice to do for those of you who might be new to Git and stuff. Is like you just always commit the whole project.
A superstar. Is left Blake or Rose?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna make left Blake.
Hey Pixie, yeah, we're making Barbatorum Simulator. So you cut someone up, and you get points based on how close the people you cut up are.
Are we like nearly done?
I think we're getting close, but we might just run a little bit over.
That's a crime. A superstar.
So now I need to spawn the words around.
Actually, yeah. Do you want to spawn words from the word dictionary or what?
I'm just making a thing that spawns the words right now, and then.
Do you want me to flesh out the word dictionary more?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Because now I'll pull your stuff because I've actually added Blake's. I've actually made it now Blake and Rose fighting. So if I run this sample scene.
God, I'm making so many dumb mistakes. This is ridiculous.
Scene, which just has character not cut in it randomly, but that's okay. Then, yeah, look, Elliot. I don't want to show this. Blake and Rose, and they're fighting.
Oh my god. Okay, you got to push that so everyone else can see.
You gotta show it to them. It's great.
Yeah.
Pixie, we're gonna do more character ratings during Maggie's Madness, which is a segment that will come up.
It's right after breakfast, I think.
Oh, cool. We've got our spooky
And breakfast is right after
coming up
this.
next. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hyping it up before.
Oh, everyone's hyped for some breakfast, I hope. What? We've only got about 8 hours left of this stream. Like, we're reaching the final third. It's starting to...
Yeah, we're getting back into a serious patch too after this.
Do some, like, proper content, not just random shit where we sing stupid things.
Yeah, we had the for us, the midnight kind of crazy hours.
Yeah. Man, I think that was my favorite parts, from Super Mario Maker to Contact the Spirits. The really weird shit. That's the primo
weird,
shit.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Do you want to pull and you can show them the thing? I don't know what I'm doing next. Do you have a thing for me?
Yeah.
Give me a command, master.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
Yeah. You do you, man. You do you. We've got 15 minutes left. Yeah, you missed lots of stuff, Pixie. All right, so next time you'll learn your lesson. I'll just build up more words.
You get aggressive when you're tired.
Look, I'm just
actually, that's a good thing. Let me just show everyone this.
Yeah, reload. Yeah, you guys get to see what it's gonna look like when Blake and Rose fight. Pew pew pew! Wow wow! Pew pew! This is professional game development right here, guys.
Will Twitch store a stream this long? I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Speaking of, yeah. Because we forgot to record a couple of segments, and it would be great to be able to download those.
Heck yuck, as we say. Word dictionary, so you can just randomly pick words, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want me to just say, like, I can define a get random word thing in there too, if that helps.
Yeah, okay.
And it'll just return a word for you. Maybe like get random words and it'll return a list of X different words. Is that good?
Yeah, so I'm building this function called spawn words that takes an array of words.
Okay, I can just make it get random.
And then it
words.
puts random positions there. The other thing we'll need is like if you could set up like a prefab that has the like draws the words, like creates the text, whatever.
Subject for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'll do my best.
Yeah. If I beat you there, I'll do it. Positions. So I'm just writing some code that is meant to put the words in random locations inside the person that we have. So we're just going to get a random, pushing the wrong key, a random point between negative width and width. What? Width?
Now your own keyboard's hard, huh?
No, I just can't spell. That was on me. I typed the keys in the wrong order. Between height and height. And then spawn them. So now I just need to make a nice little thingy. So let's take a character not cut prefab. Who's nice and big because I like that. Let's make her 5 big. Now we'll create a new thing, and this is word spawner. So this will be responsible for spawning the words.
My ears just popped. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
There's the bit where you instantiate it. I'll copy your instantiation code rather than type it out myself.
Alright, I've made this static function get random words. It gets you a random set of words from the dictionary, and you enter the amount, and it returns it as a word array.
Okay, great.
I'm just going to add more words to the word list now.
Yeah,
how many
I'll
do we
tell you
want?
when to
Like,
push. At
we've
least,
got 5 or 6 at the moment.
yeah, do like 10. And no, wait, we'll spawn like 5. That'll give us a little bit of variety.
I'll do some more.
So, gotta make this word prefab.
Dastardly lumberjack. Swift.
Oh wait, actually,
Powerful. Give me some more words, Elliot.
I can't.
Anyone got any words? Does anyone know any words? Anyone know any words? Any words? If anyone knows any words, let me know any words.
Jesus Christ! Stop.
I'm just in chat now. Does anyone know any words? Words. Wordy. Verbose. Naked. Nerdy.
Why did my text go away?
I like that. Thank you. Nerdy. That's good. Copacetic. Copacetic. Eggy. Boogeymanish. And available. Okay, now I just need to define these stats. So dastardly.
Wait, there's already a text. No. Never mind.
Dastardly will have some strength. Maybe a bit of con.
just built like a little reusable word object. Sorry, I'm mostly explaining it to the audience. So now I can get that on this prefab. Yep. What do I want to do? First off, let's just start by saying...
We just got a donation that I'll take a look at in a second.
Okay. So my word... I don't know why I thought I was going to do that out of the loop. So, first of all, we create a word. Go back to this. Then we say word dot transform dot position. Is it rect transform for 2D?
If it's UI, is it a UI component?
No, just a game object.
Then just transform.
Okay.
Rect transform.
How do I convert it? What's the standard way to convert a thingy to vector 3 then?
A what?
Vector 2.
What do you mean?
I have a vector 2 position.
Yeah.
I need to make it into vector 3. I
You
can
just use it as a vector. You can just use it as a vector 2. It's fine. It'll convert automatically.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. If you just type in positions on, it'll fix it. It'll set Z to 0.
That's nice of them. Man, 2D's come a long way.
2D Unity is so good. What does copacetic mean?
I don't remember anymore.
Does anyone know what does copacetic mean? I just know it as that word that Wildboy uses in the memes. So let me know. Boogeymanish should make you strong, dexterous. It means chillin' good. It means feeling fine. Okay.
Word dot get
It's gonna
component
give you
dot
a bit
text
of
control.
chillaxed dexterity and a bit of chillaxed wits. Now, Eggy, of course, is going to give you negative stats, and available will be a completely neutral one. How about that? With maybe a 1 to. Alright, now we have like 24 words or something. Pushing word dict stuff. Do you want me to make these words exist?
Yeah, so what's the thing in the word? Yeah, of course, word dot word.
The
okay.
time limit is up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just built something that should spawn the words.
So if you pull, you can now get random sets of words for things.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh. Copacetic. As in, that's copacetic, home slice.
I'm getting compiler errors in yours.
A donation. Huh?
I'm getting compiler errors when I pull yours from Word Dictionary.
What? It is static. Hold on. Oh, it's not static. I fucked up. Where's my Unity?
Yeah, that looks better. No bad readies.
Oh wait, I didn't push the commit. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, and then after that we need to collaborate to cram this back together.
Yep. Elliot, you're on camera, so you've been asked to have the sun drawn for you. Now you may ask, what is that?
I do.
And I'm telling you, it's joy. You must smile for the next 5 minutes as you develop. Be happy,
Oh, boy.
Elliot. Don't worry. Be happy.
Okay. So you can help me now with this thingy.
Are you smiling?
I am.
I don't hear you smiling.
I don't know how you expect to.
I want to hear it in your voice. Is he smiling? Call him Force One if he doesn't smile. The timer's counting down.
Okay. Okay, so we've got this start function now. So what's your function that I meant to call?
Call word dictionary dot.
Word dictionary dot.
Get words, I think. Get random words and give it an amount.
5. Okay. So what do I want here? Words. No. Oh, I already have that. So
Keep smiling.
I am smiling. It's
Be
hard.
happier.
I'm so fucking happy.
Are you spawning the
Okay.
the cut person, the uncut person?
Sort of. They're just in the scene.
Okay. That's alright. But then they're still going to be there when they get cut in half, aren't they?
Well, yeah. There's nothing to get rid of them yet.
Oh, wait. Go into battle sim. Go into the battle sim. No, like
Word dictionary. So throwing an error.
No, it's not.
Instance dot word list dot words dot length is throwing some sort of.
Oh, wait. It's not loading the word list. Wait. Oh, no, it is loading. Okay, wait. Can you stop the scene?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, go.
Here, do you wanna
Yeah, let me try.
take the wheel for a bit?
Yeah. Call me Jesus, because I'm going to take the wheel. Like Jesus do. Alright, a few things to fix here. So first, I want to keep that smile, huh? Keep that smile going.
I feel like a psychopath.
You are a fucking psychopath. You better love it. What's the script execution order? I need to put in word dictionary. When you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry, boom, 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 be happy. Alright, let's try this now. So again,
You just had to change the old script execution order. Makes sense. Yeah, just leave
why
it.
is this character so big?
No, that'll be a thing. Don't worry.
Okay. Were they words? Word
Outside
spawn dot spawn words. Index was outside the bounds of the array.
Oh, I didn't initiate positions. Can you just throw that before the for loop starts?
What?
I'm not initiating positions, so like positions just needs to be made as the length of words dot length. Yeah. I don't think I've successfully initiated something before testing it today. It's in the prefabs folder.
Anything else?
No, that should be it. Hey, I think they're there.
They're all here.
Hey.
With their weird little positions.
Yeah, why is my character so far off center?
I don't know. You're the one who put it at 4.
Did I?
Yeah, it's the animator.
Why is there an animator on her?
I don't know. You're the one who made her.
That's fair. I did just
She's
copy her
based
from
off
the
of
prefab you
prefab,
had.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's why.
Just made ginormous.
How do I break the prefab instance in this again?
Right click on character not cut.
Unpack prefab.
Yeah, it doesn't need
Can
to
I
be a
make her
prefab.
smaller?
No, don't, because all the text has to fit in her tummy.
But it's not already. It's not.
Yeah, but it'll be closer if she's bigger.
What's the range here?
1.
Is that public?
Also, that's private for some reason. They probably shouldn't be. It's because typing on your computer is the worst.
Yeah, blame the computer. Paul Workman
Oh yeah, no.
Workhorse.
It
Okay,
was
you
always
can stop
nice.
smiling.
Oh, thank God.
A poor workhorse blames its tools. Okay.
No, I mean, I was just being lazy because of the tools.
Yeah. Blaming them. Game looks done. Good work, folks. Yep, it is. Why is this happening? Okay, how big do these things need to be? What are they?
Try doing a draggy thing.
Oh my god, they're text canvases. That's why it's going wild. Because they're all individual text canvases.
Like, I haven't used a canvas in years.
Elliot.
What have I done wrong?
You're a monster. That's what you've done wrong. What are they? Are they screen space? Okay, let's make them word space. That will at least help.
How are you going to want to apply that to the...
Prefab. We're nearly finished, folks. Give us a mo.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're just off in the nowhere fill because I made them too wild. Okay,
Why are they still so fucking clumped, though?
they're huge. Oops,
Wrong one.
yeah. First of all, let's do this. Fuck.
Yeah, chuck another level in there. Okay, so 10's too much now.
Yeah. Don't worry, be
Do like
happy.
2.
When you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody. I'm just gonna make this character small. Is that okay? How about that? So don't worry,
She's rendering above them in the Z.
be happy.
Hey.
That's almost something. What do we got here? -2. What if it goes to 2? Okay, what if it goes to 3? It goes to -3. Alright, that's working.
Yeah, close
So
enough.
should I try and cut it?
Yes. So I had some basics of the cutting code, but it does need some work to be.
Does it
put
do
together.
anything? What does it do?
No, I haven't added it to the scene yet.
How do I add it to the scene?
Just create a new game object. And the script is called Snippy Snippy.
Okay.
And then it will export, or it'll fire that cut event on the thing. So just add an entry to cut event, and make it I don't remember what was meant to plug into this.
Full human person. Dot brick.
Yes, the make vestiges thing in full human person. Yep.
Where's full human person?
We may not have one yet. Chuck it on that character not cut.
Okay. How do we get the words and the positions on the battles? We need to set those, huh? Alright, where's the game? What's one's the words? This? This is what's doing it, so let's just do it here.
Sorry, yeah, this needs to give them two. Yep. Yes.
Where's the words?
Don't forget to make that event entry. Cutter, yeah.
Make. What was it? Oh, it's not.
No, it was up the top. It's in the dynamics section. Make
Oh.
vestiges.
Oh, funny. Okay. Alright, should we try it out?
Yeah.
We're finding a bit over time, that's okay. Did that do anything? This
Should be. Have a look at Snippy. Yeah. It's not good code, but it should work. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not going to work because this is in mouse position, which is screen position. It needs to be
I do need to convert it.
converted to. It's just not working. What the fuck? Oh, should that be? Is that uppercase U? That's meant to be uppercase.
Yeah.
Method update is never used. What does that mean?
Oh, that's just Visual Studio complaining because it doesn't understand Unity. Yeah, just chuck something in there.
Guys, me too. I'm like, we've been doing this for like 2.5 hours, and it's driving me mental. Oh, well, that solves that. Okay.
Am I changing cut started? I'm not. You could actually change cut started in there.
What is it? For human person, make vestiges. I'm also going to put destroy game object so that it disappears and the battle starts. Yeah?
Yeah.
Battle ended. That's good. We did it!
It's so close.
Word dot transform dot set parent person dot transform. We're close. We're close to this terrible game being finished. Why is battle ended immediately? Why you do this to me? HP is greater than 0. Why? Why, Elliot?
Chuck some debugs in there. What's their HP getting set to? Oh, you know what we may not be doing?
The words might
How
not
do the
have any,
vestiges get given the words?
and the health might be 0. They actually might have no health.
Well, if they have no words, they'll have no health.
So we don't want to
So, okay, so wait. Full human person, we just gotta go through.
Yeah, but it
the
does
thing,
add the words. It adds them here to the vestiges.
right? Oh, yeah. I did write that code.
So let's say, can we do, let's say debug.log full HP is plus HP. What if we give them base stats? So we'll give them base stats. So when they get their stat, it's going to be total starts off as 10. So they always have a base stat in everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try that. Game over. Rose wins, I guess. Ow. Alright. Let's do this a little bit. Let's set our total to be 5. And if stat is equal to con, we'll add, sorry. Stat is equal to con. We're going to add another 5 to the stat here. Total 6 5. Alright. Now, why is it not? What's going on here? Why does the battle end when they're still not at 0 health?
I don't know.
Powerful. So we're going to make one that's powerful and naked, and the other one's going to be bold, dangerous, and cowardly. I don't know who won.
Yeah. Well, I think we have to call it there. There's like a few things that need
Wait,
fixing.
there's one more thing I
We
want
don't
to
have
fix.
time.
One more
Okay.
thing I want to fix, which is here.
We'll have to admit defeat.
How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? Word spawn. Okay. How do I invoke this a bit more? Is there a thing that this is attached to or something? Word spawner. I'm just going to do this. What is it? Find. That's a classic. I haven't used that function in a long time. Dot get component word spawn dot words, and we need a list of words, which is our. Wait, but where does the positions for those words come from? Oh my god, it's baked into it, Elliot. Oh,
Well, yeah.
I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Let's give up on this.
Maybe we'll come back to it one day. Finish it off.
This was a real letdown. They're fighting. Okay.
Considering we made it in a few hours between 2
yeah.
and 5 a.m., I'm okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
What we
just.
ended up putting together.
Yeah.
It would have been nicer to get something that worked.
We'll set it in the abyss a little bit. How about that? Set it in the deep, dark abyss. Ooh, spooky. Spooky. Oh, look, we got somewhere. Oh, God. Pretty decent for middle of the night work where we were being messed with. Oh, copacetic lumberjack. That's my favorite combination. Yeah, at least we got some blood animations in there. That's what really counts. Pew,
I mean, that's the
pew,
key to having
pew.
a AAA game.
I don't understand why they just suddenly stopped fighting. All right, well, that's that. That's the end of that. Thanks everyone for joining us for the game jam bit of this.
Thank you.
Drunk Peter has said, finished with work, gonna buy myself something to drink, and then I'll join you guys for the rest of the stream. Thanks, Peter. We are about to do breakfast. Is that right?
Yes.
We're about to do breakfast. I'm gonna be the one that's cooking the breakfast, so I'm gonna get Elliot to come back and entertain you all for a little bit while I go and make breakfast for us. What's for breakfast? It's a secret surprise, but I'll explain it after I make it. I think is best. Yeah, I'm gonna take us to a break, and Elliot will take us off break when he's back. So we'll see you guys in a moment.
Hold on.
Nope,
I'll hang out with them.
he's back. I lied. All right, I'm starting a new recording, Elliot.
Yeah. Okay. Good idea.
Enjoy Elliot. Here he is.
Hey everyone. Let me at least switch it back to just my beautiful, beautiful face. Yeah, so Reuben... Oh, that's not pleasant, is it? I guess Reuben's going to be cooking the breakfast. I was actually getting ready to do it, but he has taken the wheel.
Oh, I didn't realize. Sorry.
No, I mean, like, either of us can do it. Yeah, okay, sorry. So what's going on in the chat? I like that the characters don't have hands, symbolizing the hands of nature of the game. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I'm not 100% sure, but I do agree with it. Like, that's the level my brain's at, where I'm like, yeah, look, they didn't have hands for something.
We're really in the fucking witching hour now.
Yeah. What do I think Reuben's making for me? I know what Reuben's making for me. And I can't say. It's.
You think they're gonna like it?
I mean, I hope so. It's it's not going to give us wings, but it's still a pretty good joke.
That was the highlight of the stream.
Nathan Awake said the reason they stopped fighting early is because it's an accurate simulation of the story. Yeah, that's what we were going for.
Yeah. It's dramatic. Fuck.
The hands are a metaphor. That's from Matt. That's accurate.
Oh, is Matt back?
Yes.
Welcome back,
Prometheus asks what the barbering is. We haven't really been clear on that, have we?
I mean, I don't think, honestly, of all the milestones, that was the one that got added to the list today.
Yeah, we added this one very last minute. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, do we want to say what it is?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it involves shaving stuff. We both have beards.
Yeah, don't leave it too open.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, and then yeah. I don't think we'll go as far as wacky haircuts because we both have to go back to work on Tuesday.
I love this ingredient.
So yeah, we're gonna shave a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to block this sun. Nope, that way. Sorry, the light in the kitchen. Sorry, I'm watching the wrong video feed.
We're going to do more tarot donations as well.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, 3 more.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah. So yeah, we will be barbering ourselves a bit. It's going to involve doing something. It was very ill defined. We added it about an hour before starting the stream as a goal. So yeah. Barbering yourself without using a mirror. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's a real pain.
We get Monday off. We both took Monday off for vacation days because we knew we were going to be in no state to do anything on Monday after this all-nighter, which finishes on Sunday lunchtime for us.
What time is it? It's like 5 a.m., right?
It is 5:20.
Where's your bread, Elliot?
In the cupboard?
Which cupboard?
The pantry, yeah.
We got those snacks that we didn't eat.
Oh, there's still time.
Yeah, we still can. There's still time. Good.
And then, of course, I mean, yeah, after the barbering comes, I think, the best milestone goal. Well, I guess we'll see if we make it there.
What are we at?
We are 62% of the way to the barbering at 2,174.
And the barbering's at 3,500?
Yes. So I don't think it's actually a huge step from there to the next one.
Yeah, it's about 15 grand to
1,500. Yeah, the last one's the tattoos. Hashirama.
Spoiler!
Well, they asked. I mean, we've talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, true.
The last one's the tattoos.
At 5 grand. Don't worry.
Be happy. Yes, so Dirk Grayson's asking tattoos. If we reach the final donation goal, we will get some packed tattoos. Yeah. We've talked about what we would get. We'll probably talk about it more if we make that donation goal.
We might even do like a community vote on like picking some ideas and we'll implement them.
Yeah, we'll take final say so we don't end up with butt sacks or anything. But yeah. No, clever donkey. Just no. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. I mean, you do you. I love Bussack. He's been my avatar on Discord for 6 months. I still couldn't do that. Yeah, Fire Evan is definitely like a contender. Branch facial tattoos. That's
a bit much.
I don't know if I can pull that off.
That might be a bit too far. Even for us.
Oh, so how's everyone doing? I guess it must be in the.
How's Kipos doing?
It must be the middle of the day. I haven't heard from Kipos for a while. I think she might have crashed.
Oh, Kip.
Um,
Valiant effort.
arm branch tattoos is more reasonable than the face ones.
What?
Clever Donkey suggested we both get a tattoo of a mirror with the other person's face on it.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's like 1:30 in New York City. Okay, so it's like lunchtime while we're having our breakfast. Okay. Bird is flexing on Kipos being gone. That is
Bird's still here.
yeah, apparently.
Damn, Bird.
No, you don't get to pick the tattoo location. I'm drawing the line right there.
It's a rotten apple tattoo.
Oh, is it time or
It's
I
still
don't know.
going.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair, Bird. The coding
It
session
was
probably
a quiet one.
yeah, it wasn't for everyone as well. Like I don't think maybe if you'd commented we would have succeeded, but it's fine. Oh, it's past 1 a.m. where you are. Well, I mean, it's here too, to be fair. Yeah. I think I talked about this on the Discord, but one of my original tattoo ideas was like glow in the dark eyes, green eyes, because I saw there's glow in the dark tattoos. And I wanted to get that here, but it's not approved in Australia because there's concerns about health risks related to them, which kind of put me off the idea, which is a shame because that would have been cool. Just get a tattoo of a chicken nugget, a fish, and a stick next to each other.
Oh yeah.
It's nice and abstract.
Shitty kebab. The world's worst shish kebab.
No, Glass Clearly, not at all. Hit us up via MediaMD, the MediaMD podcast at gmail.com with like the details of your donation, just so we make sure we get it and we know it's you. So just put down the username you used when you donated or something. Welwick is questioning why we set up such horrifying punishments for ourselves during the game jam. It's an interesting person to ask that, considering
Yeah, you said.
most of them were inflicted upon us by Welwick. I don't know. That was kind of last minute as well. That was fun. They added a bit of variety, especially to the non-technical people watching, I'd hope. Yeah, the coding didn't go so well after being up for 20 hours.
Yeah, it was a real mess, huh?
My mum is back online to
really?
make sure that I don't drink too much Red Bull. She has a big thing about that.
We've only had one.
Yeah, we've had one each. I'll probably have another one in an hour or two.
Yeah, we got to perk up before.
The hand holding was a really good one. I'm very glad we got to do that.
Yeah, your hands are so warm.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorites when Reuben first made the list, so I was glad somebody else called that out.
The love was a good one. Alright, we're ready here, Elliot.
We're ready? Okay. The breakfast is incoming. Last chance to get your guesses in as to what very thematically appropriate, not at all stupid pun, but maybe stupid pun, breakfasts we've come up with. Some people are getting pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it's probably.
It's not the most abstract, yeah. Okay. So these are. Oh, let me green eggs,
Green eggs.
and ham, kind of, except Reuben's a vegetarian, so no ham.
I call it the epilogue omelette.
Yeah.
It's got key ingredients from each of our main 3 epilogue characters.
We have the green from Green Eyes. We've got the eggs from Evan, and we've got some leaves from Blake. And put that all together, and you've got a fairly good little omelette. It's a green spinach and a feta omelette there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already
Can't
had
combine best girl with eggs, you monsters. Well, we did.
Yeah, we already did the horrible mutilation pizza delivery. Actually, that was our dinner.
Sounds tasty. Yeah, well, so there's a very rich green flavor to these eggs.
Yeah.
That is not just the spinach that has contributed to that green
No,
flavor.
we put green in
There
it.
is green
We
dye
made
in
it.
there.
I actually think the amount we used last time was even better. This one's not as green as I was hoping it would come out.
Yeah. Me accidentally pouring way too much in.
Yeah, it kind
Did
of
the
worked
trick.
out. All right, what's next, Elliot? What do we got coming up next?
So in 2
Green
minutes...
isn't a. Oh, Kippos, you are awake.
Oh yeah, Kippos is back.
Kippos, we thought you would. We'd lost you.
Green isn't a flavor. I mean, tell that to Warheads.
Yeah, exactly right.
Tell that to Powerade, Kippos.
Yeah, fascist. Sorry, it's like 2 a.m. I mean,
5.
it's not. It's 5 a.m. Yeah.
If purple is a flavor, then green absolutely is. I mean, I think the same people who are arguing green isn't a flavor would argue purple isn't a flavor. Like,
Yeah.
I think we're going sideways.
They have a word for them. It's fools.
Blue is a flavor, green is not. Okay, I stand corrected.
Of course. Definitely not arbitrary.
Okay, well, I mean, we can kind of get into this while we're eating, because the next one is the Pact AI Dungeon.
We got a $2 donation from
Oh, yeah.
Lowry, who was asking, what app are you using for the tarot meanings? I use an app called Labyrinthos, which is a good little app that helps teach you how to read tarot. That's what I've been using to learn it. It's got meanings and stuff that I can solve there as well. Let's do the Pact AI Dungeon, and we'll do maybe some more tarot of the tarot readings we owe a little bit later. Yeah, cool.
That kitchen light is blurry as hell. Yeah, okay.
We didn't think you'd gone to bed, Kip. We just thought
You'd
that
passed
you'd
out.
passed out. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't think you quit. We thought that you failed.
Yeah, exactly.
We love you, Kip. So yeah, this next segment, take me a second to set up.
So who's been here the whole time? Kip has, Bird has.
Yep.
Has
A
everyone
lot
else
of
been
people have been here for a lot of the time.
I know we've seen a lot of people tune in for a long time.
Man, our chat has just erupted into colours being flavours.
Anyone else been here? Oh, Jaso was about 20 minutes late. And then,
Yeah, that counts.
yeah.
Only missing like half an hour, even
Yeah,
an
that
hour
counts,
at this
that
point.
counts.
Like,
Josh. Misspelled Josh.
yeah, well, who's arguing that orange isn't a flavour? That's the one I think we can definitely agree is a flavour.
It's a fruit. Even more.
All the other colours are up for debate, but I think we're gonna have to hand it to orange.
Yeah. It's alright, I'm not judging you if you're not here for the whole 24 hours. In fact, I would probably prefer people to not be here for the whole 24
Probably
hours.
judging you more if you're here for the whole 24
Yeah,
hours, because it
definitely.
means you're as dumb as we are.
Bird and Kip, we're giving side eyes to.
Why can I not? I might have to close the. Open that again later.
Yeah. That's alright, Jaso. We weren't probably exactly paying full attention for all of it either.
I get that.
Hmm? Oh, Bird said it up above.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
no. No, I'm talking about Hashirama. Real like getting the FOMO.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been there.
Yeah. Oh, these are nice. Oh, this is a good omelette. You,
I haven't started yet. I'm trying to get this thing up and running.
oh yeah. No.
It's fucking hell. Don't you hate software?
Oh, you
You telling me, buddy? Is that a phrase? Oh fuck! How do you stay awake, Elliot? How do people do it? I can't do it. I need some water.
Get more Red Bull.